episode 35. It's the Kevin Durant show.
Kevin
Now I
Durantula.
can say it, the third greatest power forward of all time.
Small forward.
Small forward. Is he the third best?
Kevin Durantula, 7-foot
second.
killer,
He's the
pull up from
Larry
40.
Bird.
One of the most complete games ever.
Oh man, no, fuck.
Kevin
He's the second.
Durant.
Is one of the weakest
Third,
guys
third.
of all time, too. We're not going to forget about the...
Second.
Third winning matters, man. Third.
Yes,
You know?
second. I mean, what do
Who's-
you
who's
guys? He has
second?
three.
Larry's second.
Yes, no, he has
Who's
two.
first? Oh,
LeBron has
LeBron.
three.
Yeah, Bron, Larry, then him.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Killer, though.
Off camera, we had these
KD
two
is a
guys
killer.
arguing about Michael and Magic. We got the lights on. We're back.
Just don't like the disrespect to Magic Johnson, man, sometimes. I don't know. That's another story for another day, I guess.
Oh, brother, I don't disrespect him. I haven't watched him for me like to actually disrespect him or respect him. That's all I gotta say. It's Magic Johnson.
Lazy.
Cool.
He was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they
I haven't watched them.
they don't make cameras like that anymore. They don't make commercials like that anymore, bro.
I haven't watched him. You haven't watched him. Like I'm.
You want to know why? Because they don't make players like that anymore.
They sure don't.
Charisma.
Well,
Ben Simmons
Charisma.
almost had it.
that's it.
Ben Simmons.
There was no
man.
question who was the face of the NBA in 2000.
Ben
and
Simmons. You're talking about a
There was actually never a question who the face of the NBA was for 40 years, bro.
40?
Yeah, bro.
No, man.
Yes, bro.
It was Magic.
It was always Magic, Michael, Kobe, LeBron. Like we knew who they were, bro. Well,
Now we're
40 years.
struggling.
We're
We're
about to put him in a roulette.
there's about
Pick
8
him out.
faces of the league.
there's not a one.
Yeah.
They're all bums. Man.
How y'all feeling? Last week of Ramadan.
Chilling. We're gonna miss it.
Last week of fasting.
Yeah.
Oh, what a month that flees, man.
Yeah, it goes
Comes
by
and goes
fast,
quick,
man. It goes by
unfortunately.
fast.
Bittersweet moment.
Thank God we lived another one. Blessings to all Muslims and non-Muslims out there.
Yes, sir.
The great thing about post Ramadan is NBA playoffs.
And Marlboro Lights during the day.
Yep. So
Those are pretty cool too.
cigarette smokers can start getting that smoke. But yeah, we got NBA playoffs coming up. It's gonna be an interesting playoffs this year, man.
It ain't.
I mean, it is.
Sure.
It ain't. KFC, UFC,
Legacy 5. NBA, what do you say? PGA,
NBA.
SGA, USA. Legacy 5.
West is gonna be fun this year. The West is gonna be fun.
It is.
The Wild Wild West. Because I mean, like,
No, Boston, Cleveland's gonna be.
That's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be nuts.
That's
yeah.
gonna be a movie.
Yeah, it is.
is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
That's going
Definitely
to
is.
7 easy, and it's like close every single time. No team's gonna blow out the other team.
They might blow each other out.
Yeah,
couple of
that's how.
games,
Remember,
but
that's how Boston is. Boston
go seven.
either blows you out or they lose close.
that team will go. This is the best team Boston's played in the East in about 4 years. So
Those Milwaukee teams are pretty good.
they were. But Giannis was always kind of a one-man show.
Yeah.
This is the most complete team they've played in
It's
4
gonna
years.
be an interesting. We're gonna try to get some live reactions of some playoff games. Hopefully, if we get that put together, so you guys.
Are
can-
we?
We're gonna
Wow.
try to get it going. Yeah, I'm working on it for us, bro.
Hey, he just doesn't include us in plans. He just tells us to show up and just talk.
Literally, yeah.
That's how you guys. That's how great you guys are.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
They didn't even know. They didn't know the agenda today. They didn't even know the agenda.
I didn't know we had an agenda.
Yeah.
We
to be
just
honest
talk,
with you.
baby. We just talk.
All for
You do
it.
it very smoothly. We don't realize there's an agenda. You're quick with it, bro.
Good job, man.
Remember how
You're quick with it, my guy.
You remember how we used to be, man?
Yeah, man. It was
All right,
Des Prescott, and I'm the biggest clown.
coming up on the basement, man.
Dak. I apologize, baby. We're good now, though.
Yeah.
Let's go out west.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Make it
out
out
west. Speaking
west.
of Magic, speaking of the Lakers, there's been a very big debate among the sports social media, and you guys won't even imagine who it's about. Believe it or not, it's about our boy Austin Reeves. I think I was like one of the first people to really discover him. I'm just saying. You remember when we argued?
Yeah.
And he was like, "This guy's a bum," blah blah blah.
And then he cashed his line for our parlay, and well, you know what?
So everybody's been arguing and trying to figure out, is Austin Reeves the best third option in the NBA?
Oh, that's why he asked that question. With what's his name?
Yeah.
That's why we shit on Chet. Who's the other like?
So I put a list together. I'm gonna name off some guys, and you're gonna tell me if AR is a better third option than this player.
Okay.
I can already think no because of Cleveland though.
So let's go.
Wait.
Is he better than Mobley or than Garland? Because it depends on who.
He's
That.
definitely not better than Garland.
He's not better than Garland or Mobley. Eddie. Hey, he's not better
Why
than,
though?
Mobley's closer, but
Come on,
But
Eddie.
why?
Come on, Eddie.
But seriously, why?
he's a better playmaker than AR's. He's a better.
Who's a better
all-around.
playmaker?
Darius Garland is.
I bet you they probably average the same amount of
That has
assists.
nothing to do with this.
No,
Bro. Darius
bro.
Garland averages as much as LeBron does. That doesn't mean he's a better passer than LeBron. That's not.
Are you sure?
100,000%. He's definitely not
Is
a
he
better
better than Mobley?
playmaker. He's not a better playmaker. He's not a better scorer than AR. He's a better scorer than AR too.
I think they're pretty. They probably
You're looking at averages. I'm talking about just in general as a player. He's a better.
Is
scorer.
he better than Porzingis right now?
No.
No.
I
man.
think he's better than Porzingis right now. This Porzingis right now, guys, is
When healthy, no.
You're gonna use my thing and do it right now?
When healthy.
is he
no.
better than Mikal Bridges?
Yes.
That's
he's better than
debatable.
Bridges,
Okay.
yes.
No, he's
That's-
better than
that's
he's better than
debatable.
Mikal.
He's better
Is he
than
better
That's
than
debatable.
PG right now? Paul
PG
George.
who? Yeah, he's better than Paul George right now.
Is he better than Chet? Right now.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, he's
Yeah.
better than Chet.
Okay.
In my
Yeah, he
eyes.
is right now.
Okay.
Is he better than Bane?
That one's
Yeah.
tough.
I'll give it to Austin Reeves.
That one's tough.
I'll give it to Austin Reeves.
But I'll go AR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go AR.
How about Powell from the Clippers?
Norman Powell?
Yeah.
That's the question. No, he's not. No, but to
I
me,
loved what you had to say about that, though. I like 85% agree with you.
I would say this though: the biggest difference.
AR can't do what Norman Powell's doing right now.
But Norman Powell can't do what he's doing though.
Yeah, he can.
No,
Yeah,
Norman
he can.
Powell can't make the way.
He's a better
Yeah.
playmaker, but Norman Powell's a better scorer than him, though.
Way much better
Overall.
scorer, man. Much better
Whoa,
defender.
whoa! Much better.
Yes.
What do you guys
Keep,
talking
keep
about?
going just off of averages. We're going in general. Like he's a better scorer.
Don't look
than
at
Austin
average. Their
Reeves
averages
as
are,
well.
I don't know
are
about that.
very,
He's a better
very
shooter.
similar.
He's
Yeah,
a
he
better.
is.
He's a better
he's
shooter than
But
him,
AR's a
and he's
better
a-
three-level scorer.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, Wallah, he's not. Norman Powell's better at attacking the rim than Austin Reeves is.
I don't know
much
about
better.
that.
Yeah,
Bro.
Wallah,
he
he
is.
is, bro.
I don't know
He's a
about
lot
that.
more athletic.
Seriously.
Uses his body. He's way more.
Yes.
He's way more acrobatic
AR's a
around
better
the rim.
mid-range shooter. AR's better at the rim. He gets the
He's
free
not better
throw
at the
line.
rim. You keep saying at the rim, but he's not better at the rim, though.
Norman Powell's
so
more of a
much
shooter than
stronger.
he
No,
is
so much
than he
stronger
is
than
at.
He's better around the rim than Austin Reeves is.
I can't believe we're actually.
Austin Reeves has a luxury too of playing with two like elite
Exactly.
guys his whole career.
But we've seen AR in 3 or 4 different roles right now.
We've seen AR by himself like 4 times when nobody's game planning for AR by himself. But when you game plan for AR by himself,
He dropped 40 on your head.
no, you're not game planning for that. You're
No,
LeBron and
you
Luka is
are.
out. Like, oh, okay, they're out now. AR has to play. the
Well, so
number
what are
one
the coaches saying? Yeah, we're just gonna let anybody score.
No, it's not
like
letting anybody score. It's a different. It's a different matchup.
wanna
Does
know why-
AR do that in the playoffs? Does he average 40 in the playoffs? Yeah, no.
No, but he'll
When you
still give
game
you.
plan for him.
He'll get. This is why I'm impressed with AR.
He has
This-
a lot of pressure off him. Is what I'm
Here's
saying.
what I'll say about
So
AR.
much.
I'm basketball.
Let me tell you why I'm impressed with AR.
Yeah.
Because we've seen him be second fiddle sometimes to LeBron in the playoffs, and he's done really well. Even when they got Luka, you thought this guy's numbers would drop off, and he still found a way to adapt. I get the game plan is on him, the third best scores on him, but even when they've asked him to carry the load sometimes, he does it. So listen,
They've never asked him to carry the load. You're stretching the truth a little bit.
they asked him to carry load when those guys are on the bench.
Carry the load?
Yes,
AR
not how it
absolutely.
works.
He
It's not how
carries
it
their
works,
second. Their second
By
unit.
that logic, Lou Williams was carrying loads, bro.
Yeah, he was sometimes.
that's not-
Absolutely. For a
That's
second
not how
unit,
basketball works, bro.
For me,
Second unit plays second units.
for
bro.
me,
It should be
listen,
easier.
for me,
What
AR,
load is he carrying?
AR to me, that list that I put together today as like a basketball player, I think he's better than Norman Powell. 'Cause I think he's a better 3-level scorer. I think so. Bane, I think he's better than Bane. Chet, they're 2 different positions, so it's really hard. But I think AR is more consistent right now. Chet, in a couple of years, we might be looking at a different thing. You know what I'm
Different
saying?
animal, yeah.
PG fell off the face of the earth. So with PG in his bag, different story. But Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges can't score the way he does. Not handling the ball at least. Porzingis, I need to see him on the court. And then the Mobley and the Garland thing.
Why'd you use Mikal Bridges out in New York? Why didn't you use Josh Hart?
Whoever I
You could mix and match.
Because I think he's better than Mikal Bridges. I don't think he's better than Josh Hart.
He's not better than Josh Hart.
I think Mikal Bridges is better than Josh Hart.
I don't. We see him on the same team. and
I
they're-
think
they're-
Hart is just he's like a really
If you're
good.
talking about carrying a load, Josh
I
Hart
mean,
carries
but-
a bigger load.
He's a better all-around player than he's out of those 3 guys. He's the best all-around player.
Offensively though, he can't sniff any of these guys offensively.
But defensively and rebounding and passing, they can't sniff him either, though. That's the issue.
I think AR.
We're talking about third. We're talking about third fiddles right now. We're talking about. It's a very unique situation when you compare them because third guys on teams isn't like the first, second guy. It's very
hard.
situational.
Yeah, they
with
all
third
get
guys.
asked to do something
'Cause, Yeah, it
differently.
depends on what they're getting asked to do.
He's one of the best third options in this league,
He is.
and I think it's hard for people to admit that because it's
Is he better than MPJ?
Yeah.
Than who?
Than MP3.
Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. kind of fell off this year, man.
Aaron Gordon.
And he can't put the ball down. He can't put the ball down.
Yeah, he's better than Aaron Gordon, yeah. I mean, maybe 2 years ago, probably not. But now, yeah, he's better than Aaron Gordon. That's what I'm trying to think. Are we missing any other third guys like on bad teams?
On Milwaukee.
No.
He's better than Kuzma. Is Kuzma third option on
Yeah,
Milwaukee?
he's
better
absolutely-
than-
he's
he's
definitely
absolutely
better than Kuzma. You got to understand though, AR is giving you 26 and 6 as a third option. That's hard to do, especially with the two other guys he has to share the
Is
ball
he better
with.
than Levine?
Levine's not his third option right now.
What is he, second?
He's second option.
He's not better than Levine, no, but yeah, that's not
Oh,
fair.
because Foxy left. Yeah, that's DeMar
Yeah,
DeRozan.
so,
done
yeah.
Levine.
He's a third option.
No, he's not. Yeah,
After Sabonis?
Yeah.
Oh, I forget they have DeRozan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's not
Levine's
better
better.
than Levine.
Levine's better than AR.
Levine's
Yeah.
better than AR.
You think
How about-
LA would trade Levine for?
Different Hakeem is situational. Situational. Like there's nobody's gonna say and argue with me he's a better scorer than Zach Levine is.
No, he's not.
So it's like
But everything
Who's
else, though,
Chicago's third option?
I mean, what's everything
Chicago.
else, Hakeem?
Who's
He's
Chicago's
a very good
passing?
playmaker, but
passing the ball.
like, let's not make it seem like he's this all around
He's
great
a
guy.
really
Like,
good.
he's a really
passer,
good
man.
player. He's a really
you know
good
who he
player.
reminds me of? Manu.
See, this is where you lose me.
No, dead ass. He
That's where you
does.
lose
He
me.
reminds me of a poor man's Manu.
Poor man's very poor.
Seriously.
A poverty man's
I'm
Manu. Yeah,
serious.
sure.
Listen, look what you do. You know I love you with all my heart. You go here.
Yeah,
You go up
he goes
here.
as far as you allow
Listen,
him to go.
You go up here. Okay. You go. Look what you do. Look what you do. You go up here. Then you just bounce all the way up. Calm down.
Calm
Who's
down.
Chicago's third option?
I don't know. I'm about
Chicago
to look.
doesn't
By the
have
way, he's not
anybody.
averaging 26 and 6. He's averaging 19 and 6, bro. Relax.
And how many
26 and
assists?
6. 6.
Yeah.
He's averaging 19 and 6.
Okay.
26 and
Hey.
6. He went to 26 and 6.
now we don't want to round up to 1 point.
You said 26 and
26.
6.
Oh, well, how many rebounds does he average in a game?
4.
4.
So he's giving you 12, 6, and 5. I mean, he's giving you 26 and 5.
Yeah.
What is Garland giving you right now? Like, in all reality.
As a second best player on a team that's going to win 70 games?
Yes,
Let's see.
as a guy that gets more touches. Yes.
Now we're doing touches.
No, but yeah, Hetty, that matters, though. It really does. Does that not matter?
Darius Garland is averaging 21, 6.6, and 3 rebounds.
What? That's what I'm trying to say, though. And I get the numbers. It's not all
also
about
a
the
deeper
numbers.
team.
Hold up. Is he better than Bradley Beal?
Yes.
Yes, man. We had that discussion. Bradley Beal's cooked right now, bro. Come on, man.
Is he better than Wendell Carter?
Yes, guys.
What are we doing right now?
We're talking about a borderline all-star in this
I'm
league.
reaching so far right now.
Hey, we're actually talking. He's a borderline all-star in this game.
No, I mean, but we're nerdy. Like, I want to figure out, like, are we missing any other threes?
No, I
in the
promise
league?
you, I went down the list. I mean,
No, we'll go down the list one more time.
Maybe we disagree about some threes.
Yeah. Rockets, who's their third best option?
nobody that's good. No.
Probably.
AR would be the best one.
But, like, I would trade AR for Thompson in a heartbeat, though.
no,
I
not
was the
today.
Lakers.
Not today.
No, like, for the future, I would definitely do it.
Well, I'm not playing for the
Who's the
future right
Warriors'
now.
third option? Buddy Hield?
Draymond.
Nobody better than
No.
AR.
Heat?
Who's
Nobody.
the third option?
I don't know.
Nobody good. Wiggins. What's
No.
guys?
No.
He's better than Wiggins. Bro.
Well,
No.
bro, what?
We're talking about today, not 2 years ago.
We're
bro.
talking about a borderline all-star in this.
He's thinking of Wiggins 2 years ago.
Yeah, man. Even 2 years ago was a discussion.
No, he
bro.
was the second best player on the championship team.
Wait.
No, Clay was still alive.
We're missing.
But Wiggins was better at that point, though.
He had a really big. Guys, we're
He
talking
was
about a borderline
20
player. Like,
best
think about it
defender.
like this. He just named out Garland's number, and Garland is arguably.
But you've never done boil it down to numbers.
no, but
We've
the
always
numbers
looked
the numbers do matter though, Hetty.
a little bit, but
Because
like
people don't want to talk about the guy. The guy's a third option,
Okay.
playing with two other ball dominant guys, and he still gets
This
his.
doesn't work, Hakeem. Because if we do numbers, Russell Westbrook has been the best player in the league for 10 years, bro.
He was one of the best players in the league. Nobody was
But
arguing.
he'd
that.
be the best.
Yeah, he was. He was playing like one of the best players
he
in
was
the
never
league.
the
Better
best
than
player in
Clay?
the league.
But when we're talking,
What are you doing right now?
but Hetty, when we're talking about third options, the numbers do matter though.
No, not when you're the second option. Like, Darius Garland's the second option on his team.
Yeah, so he should have better numbers.
No, but the team is deeper, though.
Who's deep?
Hakeem, let me check something real quick.
What do you mean?
I'm curious.
He's
Well, I'm
deeper.
just actually curious about something. Let me see something real quick. It's a pod. We can take our time.
To me, Garland being the second option, he should.
Oh, he's averaging 25 and 6.
Yes, he said 26 and 6.
So basically, I gave him one
Do
extra.
you mean 26 and
Yes.
6? I thought you said 26 and 6.
No. I meant 26 and 6. He's giving you 26 and 6.
25 and 6, Hakeem. 25 and 6.
I mean, bro, but
don't add the 6. 'Cause
okay,
it's 4.5.
25 and 6.
By the way, Austin Reeves and Darius Garland basically have the same usage rate. It's
Okay.
3% difference. They have the ball the same amount of times in their hands.
Okay, but still though, I'm just saying.
Look how his voice got high.
But wait.
Okay.
Hey,
Look how it got high. Okay.
But Hetty though. But again,
It's a deeper team in Cleveland. That's why Hakeem. Your second option isn't touching the ball as much as a regular
one
second
guy's
option.
playing with fucking LeBron and Luka.
Yes, that's a good thing for him. That's not a negative.
He's better than Sengun.
Sengun is not a third
first
option.
fucking option.
He's the best player in his team.
Okay, hold on.
Guys, I went
He
down
got his
the
three, man. I'm
list.
sure he did his homework, bro.
I did my fucking homework. I named every
He's
best.
better than Amin Thompson.
Yes, today
You
he's
talking about the Rockets one?
Yeah.
He's better, but I'm trading him for Amin back. Yes, but he's better than him.
today. He's a better third option.
Like
today.
off of potential, I'm making that trade. But today, yeah,
We're
it's
talking
different.
about today. Who's the better third option in the league, bro?
Okay.
To me, on this list that I came out with, there's only maybe one or two guys that are better. Yeah, I think Garland is better than him, but I don't think it's like this. Like I think there's like
It's not a huge gap.
I think there's like face value with Garland because like he's.
But there's something to be said about like a championship contender who's the second option and not the third. There's something to be said for it.
I think you're going to see a lot from Reeves. You know what I'm saying?
We're
And
gonna need
maybe
to.
and listen,
We're
the
gonna
only
need to
other
see a
guy
lot.
that like pops out to me,
Wait to see a lot.
the Garland thing.
We need to see a lot. We're gonna need to see a lot.
We're gonna
to be able.
we're
to
gonna need to
compete.
see from all three of those
He has
guys
a high usage rate for a third option though, bro.
because that's all they play now. I mean,
He's at damn near 24% usage rate, bro. That's a lot.
You got to think about
plays
it,
a
Hetty.
lot.
What do they do? They don't throw the ball inside anymore. It's just those three guys.
Jesus.
The rotations are like weird. They don't like.
There's always one of those three guys always out there.
The ball handler, yeah.
I was just saying with AR, he's one of the best 3-level scorers
Yeah.
Well,
of
yeah,
all
of
the
course.
third options.
That's why I was trying to make that case that like the Lakers are gonna win the championship, bro. Because like their three is better
have
than
one of the
any.
best-
And it's not one of it.
Yeah.
They have the best three in the league.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
have the best big three
And if
in the
it's not
league.
number one, he's number two at the end of the day, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay,
Yeah.
sure, Garland is better than him.
Yeah, but Garland's not a third option.
Or Mobley.
I don't think he's better than Mobley either, though.
Yeah, I don't think
Different
so either.
games, they do different things, but I feel like their impacts on their team are.
Oh, Mobley's
Mobley's
a
a
bigger
little bit
impact,
bigger.
brother. Come on, Hakeem, man.
Because
I don't know.
he controls more facets than Austin
Come on,
Reeves does.
brother.
Let's hop off the AR thing here for a minute. I wanted to do something fun. We're talking about trios for a second. I actually wanted us to rank the greatest duos of all time.
Just gonna drop a bomb like that. on us,
Yes,
huh? Oh.
I wanted it to be really random. I didn't tell you guys about this.
Ah. Okay.
Let's start off with number one.
Michael and Scotty.
So when we do this ranking, I want it to be based off of players and accolades. Because when I thought about this duo, I thought about
LeBron and Wade.
no. I thought about Magic and Kareem.
No, you gotta go Michael and Scotty.
Why though?
Because they played in the '90s and they got 6 out of 8. They won more than the
But
Showtime Lakers did.
Kareem and Magic are a better player duo than Magic. And,
Are they?
And they got 5 versus their 6.
Are they a better player duo? One was carrying the other guy more than.
I mean, but
There was more of a carry job in LA than there was in Chicago.
Magic was carrying Kareem.
Yeah, like
But
he was
Kareem in the
helping
beginning, though,
carrying.
was still dominant,
But they
though.
weren't winning in the beginning.
I don't know, bro. You're talking about.
you
Think
have
about
a
it like
list?
this.
Like if
You
you
have a
took
list?
Magic,
No, I don't.
If you took Magic off that Lakers team, that team's gonna be pretty bad.
So think about it like this, though.
Yeah.
You're talking about Magic and Kareem, who are both in probably 90% of people's on their top 5 list. Pippen's not on nobody's top 20 list.
He's not, but like Pippen in his prime was better than the last 5-6 years of Kareem though. Like you gotta remember, like sometimes we look at Kareem, bro. Kareem
No, I get that.
He was 42 by the
I get that,
by
but
the late
think,
80s.
how
he
about the
was
beginning years when he still averaging 32 points?
But he wasn't on the Lakers with Magic yet. Hakeem, by the time Magic got to LA, Kareem was already like 32, bro.
But he was still putting up big numbers.
But they weren't. They started taking off when Magic took the reins. And when Magic took the reins, it was.
So you're putting Michael and
I'm
Pippen
taking.
number one.
I'm taking winning.
I thought about this.
I'm taking winning, but I'm also taking the fact that those two are better scorers than the other two.
Who's better all around?
Michael and Scotty.
Okay, I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Because first of all, Ace, you could probably attest to this. Most people that were in the 90s could attest to this. Defensively, it's not even a fucking question. Obviously, I hope
Yeah,
that's clear
you're
for
the
everyone.
two greatest fucking
Defensively, it's not
perimeter
even a
defense.
question.
Right.
And then again, they translated that, and offensively, it's not really a question, bro. If we look up, I guarantee you, if we look up their scoring averages, like Michael and Scotty probably clear them by 10+ points.
Combined.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
All
they
right.
average 50.
So you got
Those two guys average 50 in an era where the score usually got to like 86 in a game. They average 50.
you got Michael and Pippen
Scotty,
number one.
yes.
And then can we put Magic? in?
Yes, absolutely.
Number
Those are
3,
clear.
I thought of Kobe and Shaq.
I would go Kobe, Shaq number 3. Absolutely.
Okay.
I would go Kobe, Shaq, then Magic, Kareem. If you're asking my personal preference.
Really?
Yeah, my personal preference. I think they were a better fit than those two. Like Kobe and Shaq are the best complemented players ever to play together.
Yeah, I
Ever.
agree. Inside out.
And Shaq would be the most dominant out of those 4. If we just rank those 4
Yeah,
players in a
yeah.
vacuum, it's Shaq 1, and then Magic, and then Kobe, and then that later Kareem. So yeah, I'm going that.
So you got
I'm going Showtime 2.
so you have Michael and Pippen number 1.
Yes.
Number 2,
Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe. Number 3, you have Kareem and Magic.
Kareem and Magic.
Number 4.
Number 4
Is LeBron making an appearance?
No. Number 4 is an interesting one.
KD and stuff.
Can I
Number
does
4
KD and stuff make this list?
I would lean towards more Larry McHale because they've got 3 in the toughest era in basketball. Arguably the toughest era in basketball history. They pulled out 3, bro.
But
It's a big number.
okay, so who's your 5 then? This Curry.
It would
Magic?
either be that or no, because LeBron and Wade to me were better than Steph and KD.
Really?
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. Especially that 2012 Miami. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go LeBron Wade. 4, and then Bird McHale 5. Well, 4 and 5, whichever.
Oh, yeah, I'm not mad at that.
The problem with LeBron and Wade, they only played 4 years together. That's what's bothering me
Same thing
about
with
it.
the Curry and Kevin Durant. They only played us.
They didn't play. So when
3
you
years.
when you talk about duos that lasted 10 years together and you compare them to duos that lasted 3 or 4, it's a little tough. But like just off of pure basketball, sheer basketball, I'm going LeBron Wade in the 5. Off of sheer basketball, bro.
But if I'm going off of sheer basketball, I have to have Kevin Durant and Curry in there. That's just me.
I think LeBron and Wade are better than Curry, and
That's what I would have.
But I would have to kick out.
so I think that prime LeBron is better. If we just do matchups, is better than that KD, and I think prime Wade was better
I'm
than
trying to
that
think of
than
something
that Curry.
though. Who would we have to? Yeah,
If
the
I'm-
only person.
There's never been a time on earth where Steph Curry was a better basketball player than Dwayne Wade. Not saying greater,
He's
I'm
better
just saying
in
as a
career,
better
though.
basketball player, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you see him on the court together, no, bro, he was never that, bro. So no, I'm not. Yeah, you'd have to put him 5.
I like that list.
I'm not mad about
You'd have to
I
put
forgot
him.
about.
4 or 5. If you want Larry and McHale, you can go that. I just like when you talk about duos, bro. Winning is like a big deal.
Absolutely.
Because you're not comparing one player anymore.
You're comparing 2.
Comparing 2, bro. You compare what they
Yeah.
did together, and like most people forget, 94, Michael retires. 94, the Bulls win 55 games. Scottie Pippen finishes in top 5 MVP voting, and they're one missed call away from making the Eastern Conference Finals. With Scottie Pippen leading the helm, so it's like no, he wasn't getting carried, bro. They had 2 legitimate studs.
Yeah, you need a second guy to
You
win
know what
some
I
championships.
mean?
No, that's
They
fine.
had 2 legitimate Hall of Famers, bro.
I thought that would be fun, man. I thought that would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know when I was thinking. I kept on thinking, man, this Magic and Kareem. But you're right though. Kareem's early years really carried his career. And he
They did.
wasn't-
It was Kareem was dominant for like the first 3 in LA. But when LA became Showtime, it was because Magic took off.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna hop off duos and trios and foursomes and all that good stuff. Whoa.
We're getting to the rated R
what?
portion of the episode.
Hey, it is late, baby. It's 11 o'clock.
Demonetization, here we come.
What the fuck?
I want to. We were actually talking about this, and I already had this on my agenda. Is it Shai or Shai? Could somebody?
Shy, bro.
Shai.
It's Shai.
Yes, man. It's never been Shai, bro.
Shay.
Shy Gilgeous-Alexander. Azok.
A lot of people call
His
him
name.
Shay.
I don't care what people call him. His name is Shy.
All
Oh,
right.
Shay.
I want to ask you guys a question.
What's up, man?
Do you guys have an issue with Shai's playing style? I bring this up because there was like a game a week ago where people went crazy when they played the Pistons.
Yeah.
And the Pistons, poor guys, they don't get that whistle just
Right.
yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. And I feel like this is kind of ignored. I remember when watching Harden, and this is kind of like my comp for Shai. This guy got me fucking. I always had Shai. My comp to Shai is Harden. And I remember when Harden played, like that was a big discussion. I couldn't stand watching Harden. So do you guys have an issue with his game and his playing style?
I don't have an issue with it. I don't like it. But like, if somebody likes it, I don't have an issue with it. It's for me, it's not appealing to the eyes.
Do you?
You already know how I feel about Shay, man. But you feel, no, absolutely, bro. He's no problem with that at all.
It's ugly.
No, it's not. Absolutely. Not.
My problem with it though,
A.
it's a skill. It's a very big skill to be able to draw as many fouls as he does. But is he gonna get that whistle in the playoffs though? Because that's what happened with Harden. He didn't get all those whistles.
Yeah, he
No, he definitely did
That's why he
it.
struggled a
But
lot.
he averaged 18 free throws a game. What do you like?
But
In the playoffs, we're
in
talking
the playoffs, is he going to get that same whistle in the playoffs? I don't think so, and I think that could come and bite him in the ass. Because, bro, a lot of times you're watching this guy like, man, he's just a free throw merchant, man.
But a lot of it is just he's so skilled offensively, though. He puts people in bad positions a lot with his body, with his footwork,
Yeah.
with his abilities. And he's a big body, like big body
Yeah, he
guard.
is.
So it's like,
No,
you know,
well, I want to make you understand that he's one of the best players in this fucking league. I'm just asking if
Yeah.
it bothers you or not. That's
so
all.
saucy. He's so shifty.
he's shifty. He's very shifty.
He's
I don't know
very,
about
very
saucy,
shifty.
but he's very
No,
shifty.
he's saucy, my boy.
I'm still taking Luka over him though.
I'm still taking like 3 or 4 guys over him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a.
Three guys.
Listen.
You need to stop with the Jokic stuff. Shai and Jokic not even a conversation.
Yeah,
I hope you know that.
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
it's
not even.
not
It's
even
not
a
even. Look at me.
discussion.
Look at me right here. It's not even a conversation, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Don't get it twisted.
You're
'cause you see-
comparing Derrick Rose to LeBron James right now.
Well,
Hey,
I'm not.
yeah, you are.
Whoa,
Yes,
whoa,
you
whoa,
are.
whoa. No. Do not disrespect Shai like that,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
Don't disrespect Derrick Rose
Rose
like
like
that.
that. I'm
not
Shai,
disrespecting.
Shai ain't Derrick. I said Shai. Shai ain't Derrick Rose.
Hey, Shai's
This Shai ain't that Derrick Rose. Are you crazy? I'm what?
Swade, Swade.
For a team.
Uh-huh.
To take a team far in the playoffs, Shai. automatically.
Chicago. He took Chicago to the Eastern Conference Finals against the
Joker
Miami
took
Heat.
his team to a championship and won.
What are you talking about?
With Jamal Murray's the second option.
What are you talking about?
If there was no
Shai
LeBron,
Shai has a potential of winning. Of winning.
Potential.
well, we got to see what
Derrick
happens.
Rose was 22 when that happened. Shai's already
What's up?
26.
Why do you guys hate? Why do you guys hate him?
It's an ugly game.
No,
Shai,
no.
it's an ugly game.
Why?
No,
Why?
no,
ugly,
we
bro.
hate
Why
him
is it
because of
ugly?
this.
It's
This
an ugly
happened
game,
right
bro.
here because people
an ugly
fall
game.
in
You
love-
overrate him.
Harden. You love
Because
Harden.
Harden was underrated, not
and he
overrated.
defended him. He defended him.
He was underrated. He wasn't overrated.
but
Shai's overrated.
yes,
Yes.
if you're gonna say he's better than Joker,
Yes.
Don't get it twisted.
I don't like how he said his comp was James Harden either, because it's not yet. If you win one, sure.
But I'm saying
But not yet.
His playing style, Eddie. His playing style. Who's this?
James Harden hasn't won one. What are you talking about?
I know, but man, neither is Shai. If you had to play the Golden State
Swade,
Dynasty Warriors.
Swade, do me a favor, bro. Do me a favor. Please, please, please don't let the whole Shaq and Joker comparison cloud your judgment.
No, man. No.
That guy-
No, he didn't like Joker before.
I didn't
That
like
guy
Joker
is
before
one
that.
of the best players ever.
Brother,
Is he
like,
not
I have
one of
a
the best players
Hold
ever?
on.
Top
Just like
15.
how you guys have a problem with Shai's game and how good he is, I have a problem with Joker's game and how
But there's
good
no
he is.
cheese in that game, though.
What do you mean there's no cheese?
There's no cheese in that. It's all fucking. It's all.
Dominance.
Shai's game is cheese?
Yes, bro. When
Why
you're,
is it cheese?
when
Whoa,
you're-
listen.
Why is it cheese?
His
he's a
game
free
isn't
throw merchant, bro.
cheese.
Yeah, it's cheese, bro. When you're coming up and you grab somebody's elbow and go up and get the foul, that's cheese. And he is not going to get that in the playoffs. And that's why the Lakers going to cook his dumb ass in the fucking playoff. What did Shaq say? What did he say?
UFC, KFC, Lakers
It's
and
a vibe, baby, and it's going to happen. You know who's going to cook him?
I fucked it up.
AR going to cook him.
SGA, PGA,
USA,
USA,
Lakers and
No, man. I love
Lakers and 6.
Shai.
For being real. 6.
I love Shai. I love his game.
Shai, you need to actually stop. You
No,
need to
it's
stop
actually-
calling that
it's
man
so-
out. of his
People
name.
are cooking us out there because you're calling him Shai. It's
His name is
Shai,
Shai,
man.
bro.
Oh, a lot of people call. I've seen posts on Instagram.
Again, I don't care what people call him. His name is Shai. He said his name is Shai before, man. It's
whatever.
Shai, bro.
Shai,
Nah,
Shai,
people call his name is Shai. Yeah, some people call him Shai. I don't care.
Shai. Fucking Lipton tea. I want to call him Shai. I mean Shai.
Call him Shai, man.
Shai.
Okay. What about Shai?
Hey, big guy, how you doing?
What about Shai? I've heard people call you big guy. Why upset? Why upset?
You comparing me to him?
I'm just saying, man.
My issue with Shai,
Yeah.
right, is like when somebody asks me, like, like there was comparisons to like D Wade once upon a time, prime D Wade. Like, stop, full stop, halt it,
What's wrong with that?
put it on the side.
Listen.
Let's relax. Everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Relax.
That's exactly what it is.
Relax.
Listen, I'm a huge. I felt guilty. To
Let
that.
him breathe. Let the kid breathe.
I
bro.
felt guilty to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let the kid breathe.
And I'm with that.
Let
of
the
like,
kid go through his
I don't even
career.
know if he's better than fucking Cade.
He's good
The fuck?
You see what he does?
in 2 years.
I'm dead ass.
Well, no,
I don't,
wallah,
I
in 2
don't
years,
even
you don't
know
know.
that, bro. I'm dead
Let
ass,
the
man.
kid's career
Yes,
breathe, bro.
absolutely.
Let him go through his progressions.
Absolutely.
Let him fail.
Yes.
Let him fail.
Absolutely.
Let him succeed, bro. Let
Yes.
him, before we start jumping on these.
Let's just get it
We're
right,
so
bro.
quick to try to find a face of the NBA
Yeah.
today that we're trying to jump in like
No.
I'm not
we're
jumping-
trying to reach
I'm
for
not-
straws.
I'm not
Everybody
jumping
wants,
on
everybody
nothing.
wants,
I'm
no,
not
everybody wants
jumping
that small
on
town
nothing.
player,
No.
bro, and everybody wants to put these people and force them into the top 5. Is he having the best season? And is his team having the best season? Sure.
No, he's a top 5 player in the
But
league.
listen, he is not as good as a player as Giannis or as Joker. And it's clear as
Or
day,
Luka.
bro. Or Luka. That at least.
Or Austin Reeves.
Shit, that's his comp. That's his comp, man. The fuck. No, I'm seriously. I'm serious. But it's cheese. It's cheese. He's a free throw merchant, bro.
Yeah.
Just like there's slot receivers that are slot merchants. He's a free throw merchant, bro. And that shit don't work in the playoffs. And when he gets exposed for that, like Harden used to get exposed, then what are we gonna say? So I'm serious. He doesn't listen. As a Laker fan, you guys know I will tell you who scares me and who doesn't scare me. Shai doesn't scare me, bro.
Shai. Stop calling that man out of his name, bro.
Man, he got me, man. Shai does not scare me.
حمار الصبي. محصل حمار. There's
I said
nowhere-
Shai. I said Shai. Shai. Oh, Shai. Shai does not scare me. Joker does. Joker does.
It was good, my guy.
Hey, Joker does. Joker does. Still.
Joker scares me. Luka would scare me if I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, if he wasn't a Laker.
Joker does till this day, bro. I don't care.
No, listen, Shai, like
He
you know,
doesn't scare
I
me,
don't want to
bro.
play Shai in the playoffs. That's true. Don't go the other way
No, I'm not going there.
because he's gonna put him 1. You're gonna put him 12.
No, I'm
he's
not putting
you know 4.
He's
3 or
a
4.
top 5 player. We
Yeah.
just did top 5s last week.
Yeah.
Is he better than Tatum?
But that's what I'm trying to say, though. No, but why you?
But actually, you know, Wallah, is he? No, he's
Why?
not. No, actually, Wallah, he's not better than Jason Tatum. No, he's not. Hey, Ali, look at me. Ali, why is he better than Jason Tatum?
Why? Do your case.
No, but Wallah, why is he better than
I
Jason
think
Tatum?
it's very comparable. And
But it's not fair to do the cheese over the free throw merchant.
No, no, no,
what-
but
how many free throws does he
say
average
that
a
it's
game?
not fair.
How many free throws does he average a game?
I would say 10, 11 probably if I
No
off the top
way.
of my head.
10,
Okay,
11 free
so let's
throws?
do this.
Less, you're saying?
So let's do this real quick.
You're saying
Yeah.
less? No.
No,
Probably-
so let's do
probably
this
10,
real
11.
quick between him and Tatum.
Maybe less though. Maybe I'm ignorant.
Let's do this between him and Tatum real
Yeah.
quickly. He's a better scorer than Tatum.
Okay.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Wallah, he's not. Why is he a better scorer than Tatum?
Yeah, but he's
No,
not.
but, no, but listen to me. Why is he a better scorer than Tatum?
I feel like he's a better mid range. I feel like he's
Who's a better mid range? Shai.
Yeah, he's,
That's it.
well, I mean,
That's it.
he also gets to the rim better than
No,
him.
he doesn't.
He finishes at the rim better.
Wallah,
than
he doesn't.
him. Are you sure?
I'm not sure. I know he doesn't. Wallah, he doesn't, bro.
I would.
Tatum's scoring numbers are down because he has the deepest team
I
in the
would.
league.
I mean,
bro.
I would say that he's a.
But like Tatum's a
And-
30-point
and-
scorer a
and Shai-
game,
and
bro.
Shai has the second deepest team.
He's
in the
way
league.
more skilled than Shai is, bro. I'm sorry. Wallah, he is, bro. He just is, and he's much better rebounder than Shai. And I would argue he's a better passer than Shai. And he's definitely a better
He's not
defender
better.
than Shai.
He's a better passer than Shai.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, yeah,
and he's
he
definitely a
is.
better defender than Shai.
He's
too.
a better defender and a better
Sorry.
rebounder. That's the problem with Shai, bro.
And he's a great player.
That's the problem with Shai. Is that
I'm starting to think he's not a great player
No,
anymore.
no.
He's averaging 9 free throws a game.
That's the
free throws,
problem.
okay.
That's the problem with Shai. He has the scoring, but he doesn't have anything else to back it up. So that's why you can't have him in an argument versus Joker or Giannis.
No, he's a good all-around player. Just guys are better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like right now, like, yeah, bro, Tatum's at 27, 9 and 6, bro. On the deepest team in the league.
What's Shai at?
32, 5 and 6.
Okay.
So he's
As,
putting up
point guard?
as one of only 2 options.
On a point
and
guard.
so he's
Playmaker.
putting
As a
up
point guard?
he's putting up the
Yeah.
same rebounds
But
and assists as
a point guard
AR.
has to
You
play
call him
effective.
point guard, but he's 6'6", bro.
I
He's a
understand,
big guard.
Okay,
bro.
so's Magic.
He's
man.
a 2 playing.
So is Magic.
But Magic
brother.
was a pure point guard. This guy is a 2 guard playing as a 1, bro. He's a shooting guard.
Let's hop off our boy.
Your boy,
It's my boy.
not my boy.
It's his boy.
For me, he's just a really good player.
I'm gonna
Beast.
name out
I
some of
sleep the same. I eat the same. I do the same thing when I get up. Have you ever seen that interview with him?
what we're gonna do right now.
Corny.
Yeah.
Now that we're coming into the playoff time, we're gonna jump in and we're gonna talk about some of the biggest NBA contenders. I'm gonna bring up an NBA contender, and you're gonna tell me real quick what their biggest weakness is, right off the top of your head. The Thunder.
Scoring. Playmaking, I should say. Not
Experience.
scoring.
I would say just championship pedigree.
Experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would say the third guy can't create his own shot.
Stop,
Okay,
stop.
there's only 2 guys that can create
No,
his
but
own
that's
shot.
true though. No,
Okay,
but it's true.
I know.
Yeah, like
on.
scoring. Yeah, defensively,
shut
different
your ass
story.
down.
All right, how about Boston? Biggest weakness.
Health is going to be health, if anything. Because that team doesn't have a weakness,
Absolutely.
unfortunately.
Health, and if the threes aren't going down, it's a scary team. They lose their mojo when they're not hitting 83s a game.
Fortunately, they do that too much for comfort. So,
But when they don't,
I mean, they're going to do it at least 5 times in a series.
how about the Lakers?
Age.
I thought
Chemistry.
I thought perimeter defense.
It's gonna be chemistry.
Because I worry about Luka and AR getting picked on in the playoffs. I know they have LeBron, they have Dorian Finney-Smith, Vando, but I get worried about guards trying to get their matchups against Luka and AR. That's my biggest worry.
I don't want to get to the playoffs and have LeBron, Luka turn into because shit gets tighter in the playoffs. I don't want them to turn into a Zaire turn my time.
That's what it's going to be.
I hope it doesn't.
That'll
be a downfall.
How about the Cavs?
Boston.
I mean, a little bit deeper than that. I feel like it's
Scoring.
who's going to be the actual second. I know what D. Mitch is going to do, but is Garland or Mobley going to actually step up and be that actual viable second guy?
Because I think that's what makes them so great.
Was that they
They have
two.
they have two guys that could be second or third
But
any given
we
night.
need to know, is one of them going to actually step up and be that second guy?
I think they have the same issue as Boston does, is if the threes aren't going down.
How
They're a
about
little
Denver?
They're a little bit slim. They're a little bit, what did your uncle used to say? They're a little thin in the
They're a
ass.
little soft in the ass.
They're a little soft in the ass.
Yeah.
Thin in the ass.
What'd you say?
Denver.
Denver depth.
Yeah, after Joker, I'm just worried.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Them Lakers are some dogs.
Yeah.
I know.
How about the Bucks?
Health.
Talent.
Or health.
Talent.
Giannis.
Talent.
Really?
Yeah.
Health is a weakness, but are we finally going to see like Giannis and Lillard and Dame kind of finally coexist in a playoff series together? Because
We haven't seen them together in the playoff series. Yeah. Off of health. But, I mean, they're just not, even if they're healthy, they're just not talented enough, unfortunately.
Houston.
Youth.
Very experienced.
Yeah, I don't think they have a number one on that team. Like a dog number
Bona
one.
fide?
Yeah, bona fide number
I think
one. They don't.
Amen could become that one.
Last but not least, your boys, the Knicks.
With all due respect, and I mean this the best way possible, two things. It's going to be Tibbs and talent.
You're right, bro. Tibbs needs to go.
Yeah.
Tibbs needs to go.
Stepping up to the competition, man.
I don't think they have. Listen, I don't think they have enough on the offensive end outside of just depending on Brunson going Michael Jordan in the playoff series. Honestly, because you don't know what you get from Cat, and after that, it's just a bunch of defenders.
That's why I'm saying talent.
Yeah.
Talent is an issue in New
Yep.
York, but it's also
Do they have a
Tibbs
winning
is.
record against winning teams?
No, 100% they don't. No,
I guarantee you those Knicks teams fall apart in fourth quarters though against good teams.
because bro, this guy doesn't.
I mean, your guys are playing 42 minutes by the fourth quarter. By the time fourth quarter starts, you guys are already 38
Bro,
minutes
there's a
in.
video of
Josh
Brunson's.
Hart.
There's a video of Brunson's dad going up to Tibbs. They're playing against Toronto. The Knicks are, and they're up 17 with 2 minutes left, and Brunson's dad goes and taps him. He's like, "Bro, come on, get them out. You're up 17. He still has Cat, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges
Yeah,
out there.
shit's not-
Fuck around and get him hurt.
He'd make an amazing assistant coach though, an amazing one, bro. He'd be the best assistant coach in the
Unemployment
league.
line sounds really good for him. That's what I think.
No, he'd be the best assistant coach in the league, bro. He really would be.
Went to the Lakers.
I would love him on the Lakers as a defensive minded assistant coach.
Yeah,
I
so he
would.
tells LeBron, "Hey, stay in there."
All right, the good news is when you're assistant coach, you don't make those plays,
You're
those
right,
calls.
You're right. All right, we're gonna hop off of that. There was a player that came to mind the other day for me, and I have no idea what happened to this guy, bro. What the hell happened to Paul George? Because everybody, listen,
You gotta ask him why.
yeah, what the hell happened to Paul George? Because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, he's been injured." Even when he was, even when he was not injured,
Even when he was what?
even when he was not injured,
He was never injured, man.
What?
He was never injured.
Oh no.
Oh,
no,
I saw the man break his leg in half on TV, bro.
He was injured. But what the hell happened to Paul George? Because listen, before the year, we were using great player around him, and we were just having a discussion about AR being
averaged
injured.
24 and 6 last year.
Yeah, but
Don't
I'm not
twist
trying to do
it.
that. But I'm not trying to twist it. I'm just trying to tell what the hell happened to Paul George this year.
I mean, a lot of it is.
What?
You know what I really think it is?
What?
No, you can't do it, Paul George. Paul George was actually hurt, bro.
No, we're not doing
Don't
that.
do that,
That's not the thing with Paul George.
And Embiid is actually hurt, bro. Kawhi, I'm never gonna guess somebody's body, bro. But Kawhi, I'm assuming was just playing it safe.
So what the hell happened to Paul George this year?
I think Paul George has been hurt for so long now that he's no longer in a basketball mentality shape anymore. I think he overthinks the game a lot. And I think he's super, super careful, picks his spot so he doesn't get hurt again. And he's also 35. So it's not a good mix.
Okay.
Well,
That's what I think happened.
when I'm the Sixers,
Because he didn't lose basketball talent. It's impossible.
when
to
I'm
do
the
that.
Sixers paying this guy almost $40
Yeah.
million a year,
It was a bad
that
contract.
ain't gonna cut it.
Oh, it's a bad contract. It's untradeable too.
I never
unfortunately.
thought in a million years I'd be talking about Paul George like this, bro.
Untradeable.
Because when I think of Paul George,
Some people's GOAT.
yeah, that's what I'm trying
And
to
I'm
say.
not trying to be funny.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to this guy? We just did a list, and we said that AR was a better third option than him.
But don't you think a little bit has to do with the fact that like
I think it's a
LeBron,
bad
Steph,
fit.
and KD kind of ruined everything for
No,
everyone?
because Hetty.
Why?
No, Hetty, because.
Why? Because like Paul George, if I had to guess, is probably 35, 36 now.
The same age as them.
No, man. Like, but yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. And they're still playing.
but that's it's normal for a 35, 36-year-old to look like Paul George right now. That's the norm in NBA history. Maybe
So
he's younger
Paul
than that.
George
I don't
is
know.
34 years old, bro.
Hey, remember that conversation we were having?
Paul George
where
is
we were
34
eating
years old.
about-
34 is pushing it.
No, but
for a
Hetty,
wing
no,
player,
Hetty,
bro.
no, Hetty.
What is he averaging today? Like 11?
No, but he's averaging 16 points, 16, 5, and 4.
Bro, that's a normal 35-year-old.
No, that's not a normal 35-year-old. What are you talking
Guys,
about,
Wallah
bro?
it is, bro. Guys, Wallah it is. Don't look at LeBron, Steph, KD. Look at 35-year-olds. Like Kobe averaged that in his 35-year-old
No,
season.
the hell he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, the hell he
Hakeem
did not.
Kobe retired at 35.
Before he-
Kobe was a year older than Paul George is right now when he retired, and he was averaging 17 on his way out, bro.
I don't think Kobe retired at the age 35.
What year did he retire? He retired in 2016.
Kobe-
He came in the league in 96. 20 years, he was 36.
He retired at the same age, so 34 years old. What
Okay.
year was his 34-year-old season? What year was this? I'm asking you.
2000, it would be. So he came in at 17.
So
17 years.
2013?
2013. No, yeah, Kobe was still averaging at 27.
Kobe before he tore his ACL was giving you, before he tore his Achilles, everybody forgets this, was giving you 27 points.
What about after his
5 and
Achilles?
6. After he tore his Achilles, yeah, bro. He was
But
at
that's
there-
what Paul George
He didn't
is.
tear his Achilles.
I know, but he's hurt a lot, bro.
And then even
Hakeem, but like
Hey.
one could argue his injuries have been worse because
Hey,
they piled
and
up
then,
now, bro.
And then a year.
all I'm saying is for a 35-year-old, that's normal. This is normal. The average 16, 6, and 6 is a normal 35-year-old, bro. That's on Philly for paying that much money to a 34-year-old, bro.
Clippers made the right decision.
That's all I'm saying, guys. Guys, who was great at 34? Well, I'm actually asking.
I mean, shit. Harden's
me the
still-
guys that
Harden's
were-
still doing his thing.
Give me the guys that were great at 34, bro.
Great at 34?
Yeah, give me them.
Well, Hetty,
Wallah, just give me them.
but Hetty.
But I'm not trying to argue.
But
just
this
give
ain't.
me 'em.
This is.
Huh?
Steph,
Okay.
KD,
Okay.
LeBron,
Okay. And I just told you forget about those guys. So keep going.
James Harden.
Great. I'm saying great.
But Hetty, this isn't great though. This is
A good player. It's a
no.
okay player.
16 points isn't a
He's
good player.
overpaid. But 16, 6, and 5 is a decent player, bro.
No, bro. That's
Keep 16, 6, and 5 is
that might be a
that's
6.
a 31 PRA, bro. That's a good player, bro. It's not an all-star. It's a decent player. Give me a guy who's been great at 35 or really good at 35, bro. Give me him. Name him out.
I'm
for
sure
me.
there's
Michael.
there's a list, bro.
That's all-time greats, bro. Everybody you're gonna name is an all-time great.
I mean, shit. What was Wade doing at 34?
All-time great. Everybody you're gonna give me is an all-time great, bro. I'm talking about a regular, really good player like Paul George was at 35.
I'm just shook.
You don't think age has anything to do with it? You could look at 35 years old in basketball and not think it's a
no,
big deal, bro.
I think that at
This motherfucker is 5 years away from 40,
I think
bro.
that a
From
guy,
being 40 years old.
you know what I think it is? A guy that was just last year averaging 23 points, probably 6 and 7. 1 year in somebody's career shouldn't.
What do you think it is?
What do I think it is? I think that he's. I don't know. I really don't know. I
Say
think
it. You're about to say it.
No, I've already.
Scared?
I think that Paul George has aged pretty shitty, like you just said. But I also think that he wasn't what we all said he was. Sometimes we try to push.
But he was that for 10 years, though. So
Was
now
he, though?
out of nowhere, he's
Was he
trash
though?
now.
Because, listen,
no,
whoa,
he
wait,
messed up
whoa, wait.
fair.
Let me
For
say something
10
real
years,
quick.
he was that.
Whoa,
Now he's
wait,
trash
let me
now.
say something real
That's
quick.
not fair, man.
Wait, guys. Really good player. Paul George is one of my favorite players. One of the smoothest guys alive. But ever since, and I stand corrected on that, bro. Ever since he went to the Clippers, he's been fucking shit and irrelevant.
Okay. True.
He's been shit and irrelevant?
Yes, he was irrelevant ever
He
since
was the best
went
player
to
on
the
the Clippers. Since he's been on the Clippers, he's been the best player there.
And what did they do, bro?
Nothing.
Not
But,
a
I mean,
damn
they won
thing.
some games, though.
Not a damn thing, bro.
But who did you think Paul George was? He was never a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
he was
bro.
never a top 5 player.
But like top 10, 15
and that's
players.
why I said don't call him great,
top
bro.
10, 15 players in the league. That's what they are.
2000.
That's what they do on a team by themselves, bro.
2013, Paul George wasn't a top 5 player in the league. 2013.
No, he was no. But 2013 was deep, bro.
Yeah, he
Fucking nuts.
unfortunately he caught a bad time.
Let's just look at something.
Are you
real quick.
sure?
I don't want to
No,
spend
I'm
too much
very
time
positive.
on that, but
I'm very positive, brother. How many games has he played this year? Let's see. He's played 41 games.
it's a sample size, brother. 16 points is bad.
16 is bad.
Come on, man.
On the Clippers, he averaged 23, 6, and 6.
Yeah, bro, you went from
6 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, yeah, that's a really good fucking player, bro.
And then 1 year later, you're telling me all that's because of age.
Yes, he's out for season. He's out for the season, by the way.
But like from 1 year, you're telling me that's all because of age, or is
yeah,
it that he couldn't adapt?
when you're
to-
that injured, yeah, 100%.
Speaking of,
Hakeem, look at me real quick, please. I don't want to like spend
we're
too
not
much
gonna
time
spend
on
this much
this,
time
harp
on
on
Paul
it, but
George.
like,
Yeah.
please, like, give me like the guy that's been a top 10, 15
I have
player
to
his
come
whole
back to you.
career
I'm in it.
and like age gracefully at 35. bro.
I have to come back to
Doesn't-
that. Real talk. I have to come
Yeah,
back.
I'll
to
tell you
that.
the answer. It's all time greats.
No,
They don't-
I'll take a look into it. I'll come back.
if there were a bunch, you would have been able to
we gotta
rattle
go
them
back
off.
in
bro.
history, bro.
Okay.
Real talk. You might be right. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back. I'll study it and I'll come back. If I don't say anything, I was wrong.
The guy's 35 dealing with injuries, bro. What do you
34.
want
Stop
out of
putting a
him?
year on him.
34 and what?
34.
And how? 34 and how much?
probably
Because
just
we do
turned-
this in this group. We're
Yeah.
very petty with that stuff.
And
He'll be 34 in 280. He'll be 34 in 280 days. He's 34.
No, he probably just turned 34 this year.
Yeah, I bet he did.
You know what I mean?
Beg a paper knees.
Real quick.
No, he turns 35 in a few months.
No, well, let me two more things and then we'll do a break.
Okay.
Nothing long.
Okay.
And then we got football and we'll be out here.
Okay.
He needs a smoke break, guys.
I'm not shuffling you.
Yeah. he needs a
Fasted
smoke
all day.
break.
You want some water?
Need some water, baby?
Get some
Two more
H2O
things,
in your
'cause
system.
We got some basketball. We got two more basketball lists less, and then we'll take a break. Put your H2.
Why does he crush this bottle and drinks out of it?
Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna name you guys some players, and you guys are gonna tell me if this guy can be a bona fide first option on a championship team.
Hit me.
No on Hakeem's list. 8 of them are going to be no, 2 of them are going to be yeah.
80.
No.
What?
We're talking about this 80.
Yeah.
Today's 80. No.
No, never in his career could be.
We just
number
saw him attempt it for 4 years. It was bad.
one. Yeah, no, he can't be number
Gotta
one.
give him the benefit of the doubt.
Devin Booker.
No.
No, unfortunately.
I think I've seen it happen. He's gone to a championship as a number one. Has he not? Has he not?
So he could be the best player on a championship team now?
Can he? Not? I'm just saying. No, he can't. Joel Embiid.
Now, healthy. Absolutely. Healthy. Caveat. But if we're just going in general, no. Because, I mean, he's never healthy.
Thank you.
But if he's healthy, yeah, absolutely.
Paulo. Can you see him being a number one on the team?
No.
No.
I don't think he has enough
Motor.
Maybe it's, motor,
motor, yeah.
and like variation to his game. You get what I mean?
Not a very skilled player.
Yeah, he's big.
Ultra talented, though.
Yeah. Cade. Could he be your number one on a team? Listen, I know we're kind of biased because we're in Detroit, but could he be your number one on a team?
No.
Part of me,
I'm going to go he could be your 1B on a championship team, yes.
1B?
Absolutely, he can be.
1B.
In his career? Are we
Okay,
taking
1B.
this Cade? Or are we taking
Yeah.
Cade?
I'm telling you, try to envision it, man.
Oh, try to envision it. Yeah, he could be 1B
Okay.
on the championship team. Yes, absolutely.
I'm not mad at
I don't know
that.
about clear cut.
Yeah.
I'm 1, you're 2.
Yeah.
Okay, how
I don't
about,
think
how
so,
about
but-
Brunson?
No.
No.
No, I think he's just way
I
too.
wish, but no.
I think he's just way too. I think Cade has more of a better chance of being a number one on a team because he's bigger than
Yeah,
him.
absolutely. I'm not very high on Brunson, man.
Me either.
I wasn't.
How about Wemby?
I haven't been high on Brunson in a long time.
How about Wemby?
You fall off
yes.
of that. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
fell off of
Wemby.
that.
Huh?
Well, you fall off of that.
Brunson? I didn't think Brunson was that great. I told you I love the story.
You lived in the moment.
No, I never said he was that great. I said I love the story. I love the Knicks.
I never was. I was always on that.
It was always. It's never a path to.
I
to
always
win a
said that it
championship.
was. It wasn't.
Very high.
It wasn't.
Just for 2 guys that take 30 shots a game, play 48 minutes a game is usually a good look.
Exactly. Thank you. So Wemby. Can Wemby?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That guy's just a freak. Last but not least, Ja.
Yeah.
My answer is no.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm gonna say no, but
But
it's like
1B.
it's like the Kate thing. Yeah, I could see him being 1B on a one-time championship team. Yeah, I could see it.
So I have a new rule. Small point guards, unless your name is Steph Curry, and that's a whole different dimension because of what happened in Golden State. I feel like small point guards can't be your number one.
So he took a rule that's been in the NBA for 45 years. I have a new rule.
I'm saying I'm saying No, I'm saying I have a new rule.
He took what
I'm
people have
going-
been saying about small guys
No,
for
but I'm
40
saying,
years.
well, I
have
didn't
a new
always
rule.
believe it.
You're a motherfucker, man. You know
I'm
that?
just saying I didn't always.
Who was the small guy that did it before Steph?
Isaiah?
It was 40 years ago, bro.
I mean, bro,
It was
Isaiah.
40 years
Who
ago,
else?
bro.
I mean, but Steve Kerr was.
No, we're talking about taking your
Yeah,
team.
like
bro.
actual players, not
No,
a guy,
they don't-
not
no.
a water bottles. But like, it's so why should we change for Ja?
I love you, but like that's been a rule for a long time now.
Well, so why should we change it for Ja then?
We're not. I said he could be 1B.
Well, then the answer is no. He can't be your bona fide number one.
No, he can't be.
All right. One last thing.
Stockton was a bum.
He couldn't get.
I'm
he
joking.
couldn't- Yeah, no.
Wasn't that great, but
He's a
I'm
bum.
joking.
No, I'm not joking. He's a bum.
He's not.
No. He's one of the best passers of all time.
He's better
That's
than
it.
Steve. He's better than Steve Nash.
That's
I'll
it.
tell you that much, brother.
That's it.
Well, he's better than
We're
Steve
not
Nash.
doing the
bro.
Steve Nash thing.
He's better than Steve
We're
Nash.
not
I'll
doing the
tell you
Steve
that much,
Nash
brother.
thing. Everybody relax. Everybody relax.
Who is
Keep
John
going.
Stockton?
Okay, boys.
Stop.
Last thing I want to do here for basketball, real quickly.
It's a top 10 point guard of all time.
I'm gonna name.
You have to think about. Okay, stop. Rocky.
I'm gonna name the potential. I'm gonna name the potential playing teams, and you're gonna tell me which one is most likely to upset a top seed.
The Warriors.
You
No,
you
keep
think the
going.
Warriors?
No, I'm just joking. I was
All
just
right.
trying to jump the gun.
How about Minnesota?
Upset of number one seed?
Like upset a top seed.
No, because
Yes.
7, they could upset a 2 seed.
Yes, they can. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would go Minnesota.
Yeah.
How about the Clippers?
Minnesota.
Yeah, because the teams I had on here, because I don't consider Golden State. Golden State's in the 6th spot, so they didn't make this list.
I mean, they're one game outside of the play-in.
no, I'm
but-
just saying that's why.
Man, it's still Minnesota, even over Golden State to me, bro. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Because if you get a healthy Randall,
Yeah.
And
And-
Ant in the playoffs turns it the fuck
turn
up.
it on.
does.
And they have some vets like Conley.
Have you ever seen like a slow motion highlight tape of Ant?
Yes, he glides. Yeah,
Have you realized how skilled he is?
because I thought about this.
You miss how skilled he is because of how athletic he
Yeah.
is, bro.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was looking at because we're Laker fans, obviously, and I'm like, I kind of don't want the second spot. I don't want to run into.
No.
I would much rather be the 3rd seed and play
Golden State, yeah, 100%.
or play Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah, but I would much rather play.
Memphis.
Hey, I would much rather play Memphis.
Oh, play Memphis. Hey, what up, my guy?
You guys are so stupid, bro.
I'll play Memphis.
How about for the East though? So which
I can't see the Knicks.
they're not a playing team. They're not a playing team. All right, I'm gonna give you guys potential playing teams in the East.
Okay.
Atlanta,
No, absolutely not.
the Magic,
Absolutely not.
the Bulls, or the Heat. I mean, the Magic would be the only team that I
Magic,
think
yeah.
could possibly do it.
Who? They beat the Cavs?
I mean,
Ice tray.
Beat the Cavs?
no, they're not. But of all those, listen, the
From
East.
those 4 best players, the best player is on Atlanta. From those
Trey?
4 teams, yeah.
You guys ever see how bad the play-in for the East is, right?
It sounds pretty shitty.
It's
if you ask me.
disgusting.
I'm going to Atlanta from those teams.
Atlanta.
I'm
Okay.
going to Atlanta. I'm going the best player from those 4 teams.
No, I'm going Magic. Magic. I can see Magic.
I could see Trey single-handedly beating Orlando, myself. But who would he play? Let's say he finished 7th. He'd play. Who's in the second seed in the East right now?
Boston.
Boston.
Fine. There's not a team that can do it. In the East.
Boston or Cleveland.
No.
Yeah,
It's not happening.
It's over. Okay, all right. The
Yeah, it's not
West,
happening.
at least with the West, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I would not want to be the second seed.
Can you imagine Trey Young walked into Boston and beat him, bro?
I mean, he walked in. Oh, no. It's
No,
not
he
about
walked
saying
in
New
New
York.
York. He did it, but
But
New
it's
York,
New York.
they're not on the same.
Can you imagine,
planet.
though?
They're not even in the same planet.
He's
bro.
that type of weird player, too, to average like 34 and win a
Just
playoff
pop
series.
off on
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You're right. All right, fellas. Let's get off the basketball. As always, second part of the show is always going to be about football. It's just how it works.
Until we hit October, and it's the first part of the show.
Then it's the first part,
That's
the
the whole
second
show.
part, the third part, and the 5th part. It's just how it goes.
6 months away, boys. We're almost there.
Before you know it, man.
Hey, it's right there. It's around the corner.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner.
Next Ramadan's around the corner.
That's you. That's you. All right. I have a. Okay. Have you guys ever realized? Have you guys ever realized when people rank the top 5 quarterbacks in the league?
Uh-huh.
Everybody always says Pat number 1. Right? It's like out of the way.
Do they?
For the most part, we're not like for the most part, 90% of people say Pat's number 1. Pat's number 1, right? And then anytime everybody's like talks about 2 and 3, everybody's always like, yeah, Josh Lamar, it is what it is, whatever you want to put him. Well, I struggle with this. So I'm gonna ask our viewers. Somebody please tell me who's a better quarterback? Lamar or Josh Allen? And I want you guys to tell me in the comment section. because I feel like anytime anybody puts a list, they just say they're 2 and 3, and nobody ever like is really sure on who's better. So I really want to see some real conversations about this, because I don't know where I'm at with it. Do you want to try to take a stab at who is better and actually convince me?
Do you want to ask us?
I like Lamar more. Lamar is my favorite player in the NFL, but maybe neither of them are better than each other.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how life works.
Sometimes
That's not
it
how
is.
life works.
Sometimes it is how it works. though.
No, that's not how it works.
I can't agree with you.
That's happened before in sports, bro. Sometimes
who?
that's how it works.
No,
Where did it happen?
It happened when Aaron Rodgers was in his prime and Tom Brady was still playing.
but no, everybody for the most part. So the Tom was
No,
better,
they didn't.
and everybody would always try to say,
No, you're trying to do that in hindsight. When it was happening, it was Aaron Rodgers, the best quarterback in the NFL. No, it was Tom Brady. It was that a lot, bro. It was. Wallah was Hakeem. In 2011, 2012, it really was. Wallah was,
I know, but I feel like this is so much closer, and nobody's been able to.
Because nobody's won yet. That's why.
So we're all just waiting.
We're just waiting for
There we
whoever's
go.
won first.
That's where anybody takes the crown. 1,000%. He's right.
You're a smart football guy, right? Why is Josh Allen better than Lamar Jackson?
You guys want to hear my reasoning?
Go.
Yeah.
I can't tell you why. This is where I lie with it real quickly. I feel like Lamar has had much better highs in the regular season, and I've seen Josh Allen have very low lows as far as like turning the ball over. Like he lost Dable and he turned into a
He's
turnover
cost
machine.
his team's game sometimes.
Yes, like he was a turnover machine. We talked
Yes.
about that. But then when you flip it over to the playoffs, you see that Lamar Jackson is not an efficient quarterback as far as he's a turnover machine, and Josh Allen is like this ultra uber efficient quarterback.
Both
So-
and the furthest they've both gone is AFC Championship.
And they both have comparable
same
teams.
thing in common is they
They
both
both
lose.
have comparable teams, like for the most part, where you could sit
Right.
there. That's where I stand on it.
So we got to wait somebody wins one.
But that's not how it works, though. Somebody has to be better. Who is better?
I mean, to me, Lamar Jackson is better.
why?
I
Tell me
believe-
why.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like him more. Honestly, it's because like
Is it because of what I, just said?
I don't think Josh is better than him in the pocket, and I think Lamar is a better runner than him. It boils down to that too.
No, but I think it's the total opposite, though. I think that
No, he's not a
is
better
in
runner
the
than Lamar.
I think Josh is better in the pocket than him. I think Lamar's
I think they're very similar in the pocket, and the numbers say the same thing too. The numbers say Lamar is better in the
Yeah.
pocket. So it's like
But then,
if I'm being honest, if Lamar wins the Super Bowl, it's probably not going to be close between 2 and 3.
but the thing is, one of them has to do it, though. That's what I'm trying to say. But right now,
If Josh wins one, it'll be clearly number 2 is Josh.
But right now,
Right now, I'm taking Lamar.
because you like him.
No, but I mean, because I think he's a more versatile quarterback than Josh Allen is, to me.
How about you?
No, I'm doing the same thing.
You taking Lamar?
But can I ask you this? What if both of them don't win and then Joe Burrow wins?
And we could put him at number 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Me personally, as a quarterback, I think Joe Burrow is better than both of them.
I think you're crazy.
No, I'm not.
I think you're insane.
As your actual,
I think
hear
you're
me
nuts.
out, as an actual quarterback.
We're not
Why?
bringing Joe Burrow into this. We're not bringing Joe
Why?
Burrow into this.
No, let him. 1 second.
Leave him out. Leave him out.
One
Leave him out.
second.
Leave him
Let
out.
him.
Why?
Let him. Why?
Because I believe that the pocket quarterback will always be better than the dual threat quarterback. That's just me. I enjoy.
Yeah, he
The
just
pocket
he, he
quarterback.
just went 9-8 this year.
Okay, cool. I mean,
And he is-
Lamar choked 2 times in the playoffs.
He didn't choke
He
this
didn't
year.
show
You
up.
could say he played bad. You can't say he choked this year.
Last year he choked.
This year that just passed? I guess
Last year he choked, not this year. Last year.
I don't know about choking. I think
No,
he
he
played. I mean, bro, he had similar numbers to Pat in that game. It was a defensive ball game. It was 17-10 score, bro.
Listen,
It was 17-10.
we're not going to go.
Here's the one.
we're not
let me
gonna-
just get this dig in because I have to get this dig in. Aside from the fact that he's never on the field, even when he's on the field, bro, the thing with pocket passes is you have to sign 2 top 5 wide receivers in the league to make him look good. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Leave Joe,
That's it.
guys.
That's all I'm
leave-
gonna say.
I didn't bring Joe into this because I feel like most people understand.
Where do you have Joe Burrow number 4?
I have Joe number 4, but I understand why. Okay, so why does Lamar sometimes struggle in the playoffs?
You tell me.
I feel like sometimes, and you'll probably see this with Josh, it'll eventually happen, is that when you are as dynamic as you are with a guy like Lamar, you put yourself in a position to turn over the ball a little bit more because you're running more,
Yes.
so you might fumble.
Playmakers turn the ball over more than non-playmakers do.
So
Yes.
sometimes when you just don't have you're not a pure, because he's not a pure point pocket. Neither of them.
Yeah.
Are. Neither
Neither
Josh
of them
or
are.
Lamar.
Yes, I
So
agree.
when you're not a guy that is getting the ball and pop it out, getting the ball popping it out like Joe is, you're not putting yourself in a position to turn the ball over as much. So now that's a criticism towards Lamar because, I mean, listen, we have a large enough sample size with Lamar that his playoff turnovers, it's the reason why he hasn't won a championship yet.
Right.
Because
One of the reasons, yes.
It's the biggest reason in my eyes because I feel like you're turning the ball. He has multiple games with 2+ turnovers. The same thing with the Josh thing. He hasn't been able to outplay Pat yet. And when it really has mattered. And when he did, Pat made a go drive and took him into overtime, right? But last year we watched Pat and we watched
and Josh was a letdown against the Pats. Against the Pats.
Yeah.
Against the Chiefs.
Because everybody likes to look at stats. If you watch that game, every quarterback had a position to take their team down the field and do what needed to be done.
And Pat did it and Josh did not.
And none of them has been able to do it against Pat, but I put Pat to the side.
Yes, sir.
With Lamar and the Josh thing. I don't like it though.
Here's the best way I can put it for you. This is the best absolute way I can put it for you. If their careers, God forbid, both ended today, Lamar Jackson will go higher on the list than Josh Allen would.
Because of the MVPs, though.
But it matters, though.
It matters. I get it, but just because of the MVPs.
And because the furthest they've ever taken their team was the AFC Championship game.
I'm gonna ask the viewers one more time, to our viewers, to our supporters. Nobody's been able to convince me why either one is better than them. Why is Lamar better than Josh, and vice versa? Tell me in the comment section.
Also, another feather in the cap is when they asked Lamar Jackson to be a pocket passer, like they asked him this year, he had an all-time pocket season. With 800 rushing yards.
Yes.
So
I told you what the thing is. I lean Lamar. I really, really do, because again, I feel like Josh is a little.
But then you look at the playoffs, you're like,
that's my problem.
Me too.
That's my problem.
Me too.
So then, I have to ask myself: does Lamar struggle against elite defenses? The answer is no.
But both of them do, though. No, he does, and so does Josh.
But Josh has a lot
but you
better.
can say for Josh as well that he chokes as well. He doesn't win.
I don't know about chokes.
The problem with the numbers is Josh's numbers in the playoffs are a lot better.
I get it, but he has more mistakes than Lamar does. He makes more mistakes than Lamar.
He doesn't, though.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't have
the turnovers?
Yeah, he does. I mean, turnovers are what he
Those are
doesn't.
mistakes.
Listen, no, but he doesn't have as many turnovers as Lamar.
In the playoffs?
Lamar has, I think, he has the most 2+ turnover games. He has like 2+ turnovers in like 3 or 4. Hetty, I think, is the number.
I'm about to check right now. He has a ton.
Just last year, in the AFC Championship, Josh had 2.
No, I don't think he had any turnovers in the
he
AFC
did.
Championship.
The last pick and the pick in the
Now, the turnovers is part of the story.
In the second quarter.
Because, like Pat turns the ball over a lot in the Super Bowls and still has 4. You know what I mean? Like,
Josh has a problem of not being able to seal a deal.
So does Lamar, though.
I know, but when you look at Lamar, guys, right now it's not arguable. Josh is a better playoff quarterback today.
yeah.
That's not arguable. It's just no. I mean, it's no. But then you look at the regular season. Lamar is a much better regular season player.
Okay.
Lamar's never had a turnover-worthy type of season like Josh.
I'm okay with
But
that.
again, though, who is better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Again,
What do you got over there?
the way I look at it is if their careers ended today.
Did you find it?
The turnovers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar has 11, Josh has 6. If I had to look at it like, again, if I look at it, their careers ended today, and you look at their body of work, if they were up for the Hall of Fame, for
I
example,
think they both make it.
but Josh would get the nod over. I mean, Lamar would get the nod over Josh.
But
Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna look at their counting numbers, and then they're gonna look at their accolades. And right now, as of today, because you don't get rings for AFC Championship appearances,
I know.
but you know,
A lot of both of them.
But you get a trophy when you win the MVP.
Both of
You know
them.
what I mean?
Both
So-
of them have a lot of work to do.
Lamar has hardware more than Josh does right now. As of today, he has more hardware than him. And a Super Bowl would be it would be unfair to say Lamar's anything less than 2. And same with Josh. If he wins a Super Bowl, it'd be hard to say he's anything less than 2.
I'll bring it. I think if Joe wins it, we have to put him number 2, out of respect.
Cross that boat when we get there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do it in Cincinnati, but we'll cross that boat.
I
when
don't
we get
either.
there.
And honestly, somebody said it. You know, my bold prediction is that I think Lamar never wins a championship. I feel like he might win one. I feel like he'll be the A-Rod.
All he needs is one, though. Most guys do.
I know, but one won't be enough to put him in like all-time top 5.
He'll be top 10.
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 guys in the top 10 who have one.
I'll put him over A-Rod.
That'll be his argument, though.
Yeah, that'll be
his
the
argument, because
at that
they're
point.
both going to be the guys that him, Peyton, those guys. Peyton had 2, but
Listen, the argument is going to be he's more versatile than both of them.
Yeah, but that's gonna be
And
that's
And then
gonna be
you
his
can't say
comp.
he doesn't win because he
But
won.
that's
man.
And
that's
he's
gonna
done-
be his
and he's
comp,
done
guys.
more for his team than both
Guys,
of them.
right now,
And he's choked less in the playoffs
guys,
than Peyton Manning has in his first 8 years.
Guys, his comp to me is A-Rod, kind of like the same kind of.
Yeah, it'd be hard to leave Lamar out of like the top 15 to 20 quarterbacks ever as of right now if you just look at numbers and
Yeah.
hardware, but you can't make the conversation yet for Josh. That's the only reason why I give him the nudge, but if you tell me Josh Allen's better, I'm good with it. I'm okay
Nobody's
with it.
been able to do it, bro.
I'm
And
okay
I
with it.
switch back and forth every time I watch it. I know that was such a random ass thing.
Then you have
but-
to go to hardware.
Yeah, I
this
know
point.
that. I know that. That to me doesn't know because he has the regular season hardware, and then it's there's a kind of a gap as far as performances in playoffs.
We saw them against each other in the playoffs this year. It was close.
I know, but I mean,
was super close.
You
Yeah.
got to look at sample sizes, bro. And
No, I know.
Hetty,
Last 2 years,
Hey.
by the way, it's unfair to say Lamar choked the playoffs last 2
no,
years.
there's not.
It's
But
unfair.
he
bro.
hasn't done enough.
No, he hasn't done enough.
Neither of them have.
Neither of them have, but that's the
But
problem.
Hetty, my thing is that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not either. I don't lean. I don't lean either way.
You know, it's hard for me. Like when I when I watch.
If you
football-
like one of them, you go with that one
well,
person.
I love Lamar.
I love them both.
Lamar's by far my
I
favorite
love them
quarterback
both.
in the NFL. And then
I love them both.
And then I'll watch Josh. Let's say Josh is on the 1 p.m. game.
You're like, holy shit.
I watch it. I'm like, yeah, bro, he's better than Lamar, bro.
And then you did it.
And then
Switch to the 4 p.m. game.
yeah, Lamar will be
How
on
many
the
times have you done
8:30
it to
game,
me?
and I'm like, no, Lamar's the best quarterback in the NFL, bro.
Hey, how many times have you done that to me? You just Hakeem,
A lot,
Lamar,
yeah.
and I'm just what do I always say. Eddie, there's nothing you can do to convince me.
the
Watch
text that we
Josh.
get. Hey, why is Lamar better? Why
Yeah.
is Josh better?
Because there's some nights they look better than Pat.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, well, like it's literally 2 and 3, and like you cannot convince me otherwise.
But who's better?
You can't. I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't
And
know.
if either of them win 2, I'll entertain number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. You can
If either of
absolutely
them
do
win
that.
2 Super Bowls, I'll entertain
You're
number 1.
absolutely
1000%.
We'll
Wrong?
see. What is it?
You said I'm absolutely wrong?
Oh no, you're absolutely
Oh,
right.
I was
Yeah,
about to say,
no, bro. Listen,
'Cause two
nobody's
is ridiculous.
Nobody's ever
Lamar
untouchable.
with 2 and 3 MVPs is nuts.
That's a top 5 quarterback of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody's untouchable in sports.
Yeah,
bro.
100%.
I promise you, nobody's untouchable. I know that was very random, boys, but
Good
I liked
random.
it, though.
I liked
I know it was
as well.
very, very random. We've had a lot of
love
Josh
football,
versus
man.
Lamar,
I
but
fucking love football.
But we
Yeah.
don't actually. If you think about it,
we
what
did a
don't?
lot during the season.
No,
We always end up in the same conclusions. Like, yeah, they're both
But
great.
I want them to tell me
I just love the fact that people just say, yeah, they're both great.
who's better.
But it's satisfying.
I want to know.
See, it's hard to hate either of them.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Let's hop off of that. So there's a story that I feel like nobody's talking about, even though it's like a very big story sitting in the corner.
no problem. We'll talk about it.
So we're gonna talk about it.
I already know it.
I want to know if you were the GM of the Niners, you have Brock Purdy up for a contract.
John Lynch.
You're John Lynch?
Okay.
Are you paying Brock Purdy as one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league?
Absolutely not.
So you're letting him walk?
No.
Yes,
I'm letting him walk. Or I'm trying to convince him to take less money. But if he doesn't want to, then yes, I'm letting him walk.
Yeah. Well, $60 million.
What does Sam Darnold get?
Sam Darnold got nothing. He got $33 million.
And that's where Brock Purdy should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To me.
So you think he should be in that? You guys think that he should be in that like that Baker Darnold kind of contract?
Yeah.
Even though I think
Darnold,
Baker's a
not
lot better.
Baker. Darnold.
No, but we're not comparing players. We're talking about the
He's saying
contracts. The
contract, yeah.
contracts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I think so. But
So-
Baker is better just for the
I
record.
think, I think most people understand
Just
that.
for the record.
Yeah.
he's
So
better.
for me,
Put Baker at 5.
I feel like I'm setting a number for Brock. You're getting like the Baker contract, and if you want to take anything more, then you can't be on this team. Because I feel like the opportunity for Brock Purdy to win a Super Bowl on the Niners has already passed. Because it had to be one of the best rosters in the league, and he didn't have to carry them. He just had to play really well, and he didn't. And now we've seen what happened with the Niners. It's not that I see your hand up. I see your hand up. The Niners don't have that roster anymore, and he cannot carry that roster. So
you don't gotta say it.
I would do what the Seahawks did. And I would they told Gino, listen, you want this much money, you ain't worth it. We'll take Darnold on cheap and cut him after a year if we really have to. Eddie, your hands up. Yes, teacher?
like you said.
I'll tell you something that bothers me. Social media conversations about Brock and about quarterback contracts. I don't know if you've seen it or if you've seen it. You probably have seen it more than he has. Whenever these quarterbacks, like mid-ish quarterbacks, 10 to like 15 quarterbacks, are up for a contract, one of the contracts always comes up is the Dak Prescott contract. They look at Dak and they say he got paid this much, so he's no. I understand Dallas has had their struggles. I'm aware. I understand that. But if there's one thing you can't say about Dallas is that it's a functional organization. You're a Cowboys fan. You've come on here multiple times and have discussed how dysfunctional of an organization the Dallas Cowboys are. Within all that dysfunction, when Dak is healthy on a roster that's not that complete, he's an MVP candidate. And it ain't because he has an all-time great roster on his hands. And it ain't because he has a great roster on his hands. It's because he's a really good fucking quarterback. Is he 60 million good? Maybe not, but I tell you what, he's a lot closer to 60 million than Brock is.
Keep it very simple.
A lot closer.
Keep it very simple. Like you said, anytime Dak is healthy, he's always a bona fide top 10 quarterback.
MVP quarterback. He's an MVP candidate, bro.
No matter what is around him,
Yes.
he always has the Cowboys. He always has the Cowboys in playoff contention.
Yes,
Wow.
1,000%.
Plain and simple.
But I don't like how these man, I'm trying to stay respectful out here, but these mid quarterbacks when they're up for contracts, they always look at Dak because he's basically he's not he's a couple of bars,
definitely
bro.
not.
Yeah, he's the boy.
He's a couple of bars, bro.
Guys, Dak should have been an MVP over Lamar a couple years ago.
I'm saying,
last year.
maybe not
Or
Lamar,
last
but I'm
year.
saying
But-
he's a
no, but he-
candidate. He's a candidate every year when he's healthy. Is the point? He's a 4,000, 30 touchdown guy when he's
Yes,
healthy, bro.
I agree with you.
Regardless of what's on his roster.
I get it.
So it's a bad reach,
Hattie,
bro.
but
It's
that's
a bad,
why
it's apples oranges,
I
bro.
respected the hell out of what Seattle did.
Yeah.
Gino wanted to be paid like one of the top quarterbacks
They
in
said
the
no.
league. You know what they said? They said, "You're old. You're not that good. So we would rather go with Darnold, who's younger.
Pay him 30, 35.
We'll pay him 35, and we have it in the contract where a year later we can let him go, and it won't hurt us."
Even though I'd rather had Gino at 35. But
No, Hetty, you wouldn't. You would rather have. Janie did. That was never going to happen.
I understand that, but I'm saying if I could get both 35, I'd rather have Gino.
You're playing with the same shit. Same shit, different toilet.
Maybe.
I'm taking.
Gino Darnold?
Maybe.
I'm taking the younger guy.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I get
Gino's
it.
like 30 something now.
Yeah.
Darnold's not even 30 yet. Both trash.
Right.
Both ain't shit to talk about. I'm just trying to say, I respect the hell for Seattle to doing it.
Yeah.
The Niners, I hope you guys do it.
Yeah.
You guys ain't threats at
As
that
a
point.
Cowboys
We
fan, you
gotta
should hope.
take our shit back about Brock Purdy, bro.
No. I stick with what I say. Brock Purdy, that season, played like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He took his team to a championship, and if his defense would have held the end, they would have won the Super Bowl. He deserves
He's a
that
mid
credit.
quarterback.
He deserves that credit.
He's a mid
But
quarterback.
we all know if we were going to start a list, if we didn't know who the roster was, he's probably not even one of the top 15 to 20 quarterbacks.
Right.
We know that,
Yeah,
along
true.
with some other Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah, I am. I'll apologize for that.
Super Bowl MVPs?
Jalen Hurts.
I forgot. I
Yeah.
forgot he won one.
Everybody did.
I forgot he won
Everybody
one.
did, my baby.
I did.
Everybody did.
I did it
Jalen Hurts is better than Brock Purdy.
I know that, but
by miles.
I know. I was just trying to throw a shot at Philadelphia
good.
fans 'cause I can't
Miles.
stand them, and they're horrible fans.
They
But,
went away.
Yeah, cool.
Phew, in the wind.
yep,
Dust.
no one talks about that anymore.
Yeah.
Something big happened. The Bengals signed both Jamar and your boy Higgins. Would you have done both?
So stupid. Absolutely not.
What?
Why?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Why?
Absolutely not. Because what's the point of having a great quarterback on my team if I need to spend that much money on wide receiver core? What's the point of having Joe Burrow on my team? What was the point?
Because it's kind of what their team's.
Shore up your defense a little bit. Shore up your defensive line, bro. It looks like they're gonna lose. Did they already lose Trey?
I mean,
No,
they're in
he's up.
discussions with.
But it looks like they might lose him.
They might
Like
lose
the
him.
NFL sack leader. That guy's gonna walk away on a team that's already has one of the worst defenses in the league. Your money could have been spent elsewhere, bro. The easiest position to find in sports, the two easiest, is running back and wide receiver to me. So it's like I don't know. I'm not paying two guys,
Listen, I
bro.
struggle with this one. I would 100% had paid Jamar last year.
This year, I would have paid Jamar everything he
Yeah,
asked for.
no.
But T is the one I would have let walk though.
Yeah, I
would've
would.
let T walk.
I would have 100% paid Jamar. I would have thought about not
Trading.
paying Higgins, but I look at it like this: the Bengals aren't the type of team to go out there and just try to sign free agents. So I think they just look at it like, listen, we're gonna take Burrow, Higgins, and Jamar, and we're gonna ride them.
You're gonna ride up to 9-8. What's gonna be the difference between this year and last year, bro? What are they gonna do?
Listen.
Instead of for 5,000 yards, you're gonna throw for 6,000.
Listen, Hetty, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it because there's no team that has ever had these two really dominant wide
It's a
receivers
bad-
and nothing
because
else.
it's not a formula
It's a
to
bad.
win.
It's a bad recipe.
That's not a formula to win. That's a bad organization, bro. Let's just keep it a buck.
We already know it's a bad organization.
It's a bad organization,
Yeah,
bro.
one of
And
the
Joe
cheapest
Burrow,
Would you have done it?
Joe Burrow needs to get the hell out of
absolutely.
Cincinnati.
I would have paid Jamar. Okay,
He needs to get the hell out of Cincinnati, bro.
Yeah,
Joe.
Yeah,
but
he needs
Joe
to get the
was the
hell out of
one that
Cincinnati, bro.
pushed for this, though.
I know,
But the way he's,
but I
looking
never
at it.
blame the player when they
Yeah,
do
because
that,
he
though.
wants his weapons.
He gets paid to play quarterback. You get paid to tell him no.
Yeah,
we're doing this
I
with
get
the
that.
roster.
I would have let Higgins walk.
Yes, absolutely.
Easy.
And if you're not, then trade him soon. That's what I would say on that one. All right, one of the last things I want to talk about. We're going to talk about Philadelphia, but not in the way you think we're going to talk about them. Before your Jalen Hurts radars
They lost
go
some
off.
pieces. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we're looking like. I don't know.
The Green Bay Packers have officially put it into the league that they want to ban
I saw.
the Tush Push. Do you think the Tush Push should be banned?
Yes, I think because it's not a football play. It's a rugby play. It's not a football play. To me. And it's gonna happen where a big player is gonna get hurt out of it. And then they're gonna have to revisit it and be like, what the hell is this?
How about you? Do you think the Tush Push should be banned?
Absolutely not.
Whoa, why not?
Absolutely not. Why? Why should it be banned?
It's not a football play.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is, man. You're lining up, lineman to lineman.
It's a rugby
quarterback.
play, bro.
I mean, not really, man, because like.
But it is a rugby play.
It's a rugby play, bro.
It's a what?
It's
It's
a rugby.
rugby.
It's a
It's
rugby,
rugby
play.
play,
They got
bro.
it from rugby.
It's not a football play,
Okay,
bro.
I understand, but like rugby, they go under the guys.
He goes under.
Yeah, sometimes he goes under, but they literally push him into the guy.
Typically, he's going under.
I understand.
Under his
This
line.
is-
Like, why, if they want to ban it, why is every team trying to replicate it? Why are the Packers in specific trying to replicate it? You know how many times they tried to replicate it in versus the Rams in the playoffs?
They
and it didn't work.
They run their own like the Bills ran their own variation of it. It wasn't a tush push. It was a QB sneak with a little bit of push.
Tush push.
But they weren't having their quarterback try to squat 500 though. That wasn't
He's
happening.
not squatting 500.
That's
He
exactly
does.
what he's doing.
So this is my thing on the Tush Push.
Stop.
My thing with the Tush Push is props to Philadelphia. This isn't against Philadelphia. It's a great play. They put it together and it works. But I think it should be banned. For the simple reason is tell me on any other unit where you can go behind another player and push them into the other unit. On defense, can somebody go behind Aaron Donald and push him into the center? I don't think so. And you can definitely not do it on special teams when you're lining up on a
You
field
can't
goal.
do that on defense?
No, and you can't do it on the field goal either. If you're trying to block a field
What
goal,
would
if
that penalty
you
be?
grab,
What would that call be? If somebody ran into a
I know
defense?
for sure you can't do it on special teams.
Special teams, you definitely can't.
So if you can't do it on another unit, why can somebody go behind a quarterback and push them
It
into it?
wouldn't work on any other. What are you talking about?
Why not?
It won't work.
on defense, it could. On the defensive line,
On
it could.
special, how on special teams, how's it gonna work?
On defense, it
On
could
defense,
work.
how's it gonna
Yeah.
work?
You could push your defensive line into the offensive line, create more
What
gaps.
if the guy's in shotgun? What are you like? What's
What if you're just
Doesn't
trying to
make
knock
sense,
down
yeah, you're
somebody?
right. It
I'm
doesn't
just
make sense
saying
to
though,
do it on
but
any other
what
position.
on
man.
any
That
other
doesn't
on
make
any
sense
other
to me.
position? To me, tell me where you could do it and where it wouldn't be some type of flag. Unless
Bro.
I'm missing out on something here.
bro?
If I'm Philly, I'm running it to the ground. Let me make that very clear, crystal clear.
Listen, man,
If I'm Philly, I'm running it to the
they
ground.
perfected it even without Kelsey. Kelsey was like the head of the honcho.
I mean, they still have the best offensive line in the league. though.
I understand that, but like Kelsey was like the originator of that. You know, they perfected it. Now stop it.
I
No,
promise
absolutely
you.
not,
Yeah,
man.
I think it should be banned. Also, it's just not pretty, bro.
No, I mean, no,
Nah,
stop it.
that I don't
It's
care
not just
about
not pretty,
You can
bro. I
stop
don't know
it.
about you guys, but in the playoffs against the Redskins,
how?
where they sat there and they did,
How?
Yeah.
I mean, be bigger men.
yeah, it's not how it works, bro. Again, though,
that's exactly
tell
how it works,
me
because, like, there's
where.
other teams
Hey,
have stopped it,
can you
brother.
tell me? Okay,
What happens when Chris Jones gets hurt off of that play in the Super Bowl? What do we do now?
Chris Jones gets hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
because
it's
all
a
they
football
do is
play,
the
bro.
offense. It's not a.
What
foot-
happened? It's not a football.
It's
play.
not a
I mean,
football
at the end of
player.
the day, it's
Is
a
it a
football
football play?
play. I believe it's a football.
Okay.
play.
The NFL's been on for 80 years. What other team has done it?
It's a rugby. It's a rugby pay.
I mean, bro,
play.
the NFL's been out of years. When they start doing flea flickers, bro, what are you talking about?
Hey, listen. Correct
Come
me
on,
if I'm
man.
They've been
wrong.
doing flea flickers for 30 years, bro.
Hey, somebody has to
And
tell
some
me.
variation of
Somebody
it.
has to tell me out there, and we'll have to do our research. I should have did before. Is there any other unit in football where you could go behind somebody else and push them into the
Brother,
other
that
unit?
doesn't make sense.
It
There's
does.
No, it doesn't.
It
man.
does. Why?
No, he's saying because why would that make sense on defense? to
Why
do
would
though?
that make sense?
It
on
doesn't matter though.
defense?
I'm just asking. Can you do it though? Is it
I
going to
think
be
you
called
can.
for a
I'm
flag?
pretty sure you could push a
I
defensive
know you
line
can do it
into
on
the-
special teams 100%.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
somebody already came out on special teams. You cannot go behind somebody else and push. You can't push the
No,
nose
no,
guard into the
100%.
center.
100%.
Brother, but on defense you can. What are you talking about?
Are you sure?
Yes, you can. I've seen
I
it
don't know
before.
what it would be called.
I'm just
No,
saying, are you
I've seen
sure?
it before. Yes, absolutely.
Let's look it up.
When somebody's going
Let's
in
look
and
it
you're
up.
pushing the other guy, yeah, of course.
We're
bro.
gonna
Yeah, you
look
can.
it up.
Look it up because if that's the case, then
Our
if you,
Monday night is fried anyways. You
if
don't
you
look at the
can't do
time.
it on defense,
Don't look at the time. It's already fried.
Hey, if you
Yeah,
can't
no.
do it on
No, you
defense,
can do it on
why
defense,
can you do it
bro.
on offense?
You can do it on defense.
Because you can't do. If you can't do it on special teams, then why the fuck can you do it on offense?
Why in the world would you do it on special teams,
It
brother?
doesn't matter though. If it's a flag, then why should I not? Why it doesn't matter
Maybe,
if I
but
can't
why,
do it
why would you do it on special teams? There's
to
no reason
try
for you
to
to do
try to get to try to block the field goal.
What the fuck are you talking about? There's 5 yards between each other. What are you talking about?
And if I can't jump over the line, also that
You can jump over the line.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
You can't. No, you
If
can't.
you time it
gets-
right, yeah, you can.
If you, there's like a certain thing. If you jump over it
If you
and
touch them. If you touch them. But if you don't touch them, Richard Sherman's been doing it, brother. Come on, man. There's no reason for you to do it on special teams.
Yeah, they
Like,
can on defense.
you could push another
Yeah,
player. What do you do?
brother.
Search up.
Can a defensive player push another? Yes, a defensive player can push their own teammate forward, a strategy known as the tush push, but they cannot push or pull an opponent. So they can do a tush push on defense. They just can't pull a guy.
Why wouldn't
But they
you be
can
able
push
to
their
do it?
own guy to another guy.
I've seen that before. What are you talking about?
Like right now, a linebacker could take a corner and throw him at another wide receiver. Odd if he has the ball. It's normal.
No, you should not eliminate the tush push. If you're that worried about it, figure out a game plan.
Don't you
and stop
agree
it.
that it's an injury-prone play, though?
Injury problem. I mean, every play in football is an injury.
No,
play,
that's
man.
different. You're actively seeking out ways to move
Because you
your
don't
opponent
think
out
you
of the way.
understand what happens. The
No, I
offensive linemen,
understand. I understand.
They
I understand.
fall and they dive into the defensive lineman's
Okay.
knees,
Yeah.
and then AJ Brown goes behind Jalen Hurts'
Yes.
overrated ass and pushes him into
They
the
have
other side.
they have. It's not the push. The issue is the tush push. It's the only play in football where one unit has a clear advantage over the other unit. A clear advantage.
Why?
Because a defensive player can't go low, but an offensive player can go low to block. They go low to block.
Okay.
But a defensive player can't go low on the legs because then
Okay.
that's called every time.
Yeah, I know.
But there's a clear advantage for the offense over the defense at that point. That's not football. Football's supposed to be level playing field. The only advantage should be that you're a bigger man
Well,
than
then
somebody
bingo.
else.
So wait, you're
But
telling
I'm-
me
I'm-
a defender can't go somebody's knees?
No,
That's a chop block.
they can't. They can't block on the
Okay,
knees.
so then boom, it's over right
But that's
there.
what I'm saying. There's a clear advantage
There
from
it is.
offense to
if
defense.
I can't go, so if the defense,
You know they go on the legs when they do a tush push. They go for the legs
then
at the bottom,
boom,
and then
that's
they
all
push,
it comes
bro.
down to. If the defenders
Oh,
can't
man,
go,
you can't even do that when you go to legs. So you just,
Ali Wallah, they go low on the Quran. They
you're
do,
not
bro.
allowed to go low, bro. It's actual
Well,
flag.
Ali,
look
what do
at
you
it.
think the tush push
that's
is,
all
bro? You
it's
think they're
about.
up blocking
the
up front?
offensive lineman
What's wrong
dive.
with you? He's going under.
Why do you see the offensive lineman always in the bottom?
They squat.
Yeah.
Yes, they
'Cause
fall, bro.
They go down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Jalen Hurts' ass gets pushed into
Yes.
everybody else.
Okay.
And you can't chop block defensively. You can't block somebody's legs. It's a call every time.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
There's a clear advantage on offense to defense. We had QB sneaks before. QB sneaks I'm okay with because it's a level playing field. You're blocking a regular block and you're just trying to see. Can your quarterback find a gap big enough? These guys are just creating the gap.
My
at this point.
guess is it's gonna get.
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Hey, wait, wait,
Unfortunately,
let me just
there's
say
gonna
this.
be
Let me say
a
this. This
victim
isn't
of
hate
it.
against Philadelphia. All props to them. They
No, I
figured
don't
it
like
out.
Philadelphia.
Fuck them.
No,
But
fuck
I'm
the-
saying.
no, fuck the fans. I'm
But I'm
the
talking
actual
about
team.
it's a genius play. They came up with it. They have the personnel to do it. It don't look right. That's all I got to say about that one.
No, look
Yep.
right. Maybe we should stay away from that. 'Cause
Any
that doesn't matter.
fuck that. It don't look right.
If you have a problem with
If it
try
don't
to
look
stop
right, then it
That's
shouldn't
all-
be in the
I gotta
game.
say.
That's all I gotta
honestly,
say.
they're not my team. Fuck that team. That's not my team.
How do you stop it?
Figure it out. I'm not a.
Hey, the
I mean,
only
man,
time it
there's-
gets stopped is when
there's-
Eagles do
there's
something
There's
wrong.
31 other teams in the league, and
Yeah.
there's coaches getting paid upwards of $10 million
Yeah.
a year, and they haven't been able to figure it out.
I mean,
So there's something wrong.
yeah, they can figure it out. They'll focus. Make your game plan. Focus on that first, instead of focusing on Saquon and focusing.
You want me to
on,
focus on a tush push?
If it's that big of an issue for you to eliminate it after game, then yes, focus on the tush push, brother. I mean,
It's
simple
pretty
as
much
that.
unstoppable. Bro.
It could, hopefully this never happens, knock on wood.
Yeah.
It might also come from an Eagles injury, too.
of course.
Well, they said-
yeah, I mean, Jason Custer came out and said he's like, I used to hate that play.
Yes.
Because it breaks my back,
Because
but like, it works.
It's not a football play.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is true
Unless
though, bro.
It's not a football play. That's
my
why.
guess, my guess is this year somebody will stop it. I believe somebody will stop it. They'll come
my
out with
guess is
Unless a
enough
defensive
teams-
line is going to start squatting 500, all of them, then I don't see how.
thing to get it out. That'll never happen.
No, it's really simple.
is?
They meet up at the owners.
one team.
Meets up in the owner meeting, and
they vote on
all
it.
30
Yeah.
teams. If 26 teams vote on it,
Yeah.
it gets banned.
My guess
would-
is it'll get banned. Though.
Why wouldn't the other teams? Because it fucks everybody. It's just not the Green Bay
Yeah.
Packers that it fucks.
My guess is it'll get banned.
Yeah, but the thing is, like
And I also love what the Lions. Do you hear what the Lions want to
I
happen?
heard it, yeah.
The play. They want it to be like the NBA. Just
I like that.
whoever there should still be divisions, but it's just going to go one
Records.
through whatever it is, and whoever
That's
has home
perfect.
field. Because there's no way the fucking Vikings should have won 15 games last year
And
and
be a
went on
wild
the
card
road.
team.
That's just nasty
Well,
work, bro.
that's
That's nasty work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
1000%.
Before we get out of here, you guys got anything else on your guys' mind about football?
6 months until football, man. Can't wait.
Anything else?
Cannot wait.
Anything else?
Absolutely not.
Patrick Mahomes is still the best player in the NFL.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna have any disrespectful. There's no pet slander on this.
Said he's the best player in the NFL.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying because he's getting ready.
No,
Anything else, boys?
I'm not getting ready.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts still overrated.
Well, he's not.
come on, baby. We don't got time for that. It's a different day for a different
Jalen
discussion.
Hurts is top 5 quarterback in this league.
Oh, and we're getting out of here on
And
that.
Dak Prescott's better than Jalen Hurts. Now we can get off.
Thank you to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Got a ring.
Keep on hitting that subscribe
Lamar,
button.
don't.
Keep on hitting that follow button. Hey, don't hit my Bungo
Lamar.
Pops like that.
I thought it was
baby.
like a sick, you know,
You're
come
going to
out
be
of it.
seeing a lot more of
where's
us,
the ball,
baby.
bro?
We're out of here. Peace out.
Deuces.